On live.
Hey, Carla Burton, thank you very much.
Hello, Rodd Thunderheart. Happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
I would like to, welcome everyone to Rod's birthday stream. And hi, Carla. You have a link in your messages if you want to come on and join. No pressure. Hello, Gunnar. Thank you.
Yeah. Hello, Gunnar. Yeah, thank you for
happy birthday to Rod. Fantastic. Hey, Rod, I've got something that I'd like to. I've got something that I. Oh, hi, Miskatonic Madman.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Miskatonic Madman. Thank you very much.
I've got something for you.
Oh, okay. Oh, what? Okay.
I rock like.
What's up? Oh, nice.
Man, well, that's why I'm wearing his shirt tonight. That was one of the first places that you and I spent a lot of time together, and possibly
a lot of time.
Your previous birthdays.
Yeah.
For the last 3 years, anyway. Yeah. Oh, hello, Carla Burton is busy hanging with the hubby. Okay, well, great. Have fun. And hello to your husband. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And hey.
Maddie's daddy.
He says happy birthday to you, Rod.
Thank you, brother. Much appreciated.
Yeah, that was man, that doesn't seem like that long ago, but I'm sure we probably celebrated one of your birthdays with Gil over those.
I know we did. Yeah.
We must have.
Yeah.
And actually, speaking of, his birthday is coming up in a month, so we'll have to do a live stream for that.
Oh, definitely.
See if we can get Ari on to come and join us.
Yeah.
And fantastic. So what you said you weren't working today? So how did you spend your birthday, Rod?
No, I was working today.
Oh, you were.
That's how much I love this job.
Oh shoot! I thought you had sent me a message earlier saying you weren't working. That's all.
No. I'm previous jobs. I actually did take my day off, even though February is a short month, so it tends to kind of, make paychecks a little bit smaller. But when you get paid weekly, well, it doesn't make a difference, and then actually, like, even one day off makes a hell of a dent in your paycheck. So,
yep.
Yeah, so I was just like, no, screw it, and then. And plus, like I said, I just enjoy this job so much. I mean, because it's
good.
All I did today was drive, and then it took me and then when I got to my destination, I just loosened the straps on my load, and then wrapped them up, and then again that took me 15-20 minutes, and then
it's not too bad.
Yeah, and then all I did was just drive back. So. And literally no work.
Okay. Did you have any checkpoints? Did you get pulled over by any cops? Did you have any issues? Were there any idiots on the road today?
Shockingly, I think. In fact, the last time I went out to Lloydminster which, by the way, Lloydminster is one of those strange towns that's like It's on the Maddie's daddy. I miss Gil and Clobby too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Lloyd. You know about Lloydminster, don't you?
I've heard of Lloydminster. I've been to Lloydminster. I don't know anything particular about Lloydminster, and that's in Alberta, like just over the BC border, right?
You're wrong side of the province, but you are correct. You're not wrong. It's
It's
actually
in Alberta, close to the border, is it not?
it's a border town, but it's a border town with Saskatchewan.
Oh shit! And I've been through it too. I just I don't know what border I was at. Okay,
Yeah, and
it
then
was a border town.
yeah, and the other interesting thing too is like it's a weird town, and well, weird in that Saskatchewan has subsidized insurance from the government. So it's actually
Okay.
your insurance is actually cheaper if you buy it in Saskatchewan. And you can actually do that. You can legally do that. Like if you live in Lloydminster, even if you're on the Alberta side, you can go to the Saskatchewan side and then like, hey, I need my car insured.
Okay,
So
well that's all right. Yeah.
yeah, there's neat stuff there. Like a really weird and neat stuff. Just because again, it's a border town. And like literally like oh, and then the other interesting thing too is that they're in the future because
They're on
because
the other time zone, aren't they're in the other time zone, aren't they?
Saskatchewan doesn't subscribe to daylight saving time. They're smart.
Right.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, well, I'm not sure how much longer British Columbia is going to stick with daylight savings time because the Yukon stopped doing that when I was working at the gold mine 2 years ago.
Oh wow.
And molecular arts, you're in Tasmania, and I know that actually a friend of mine in Western Australia is heavily involved with the campaign there to stop daylight savings time. And I know that they voted on it just within the last few years. And I was wondering if molecular arts knows, do they have daylight savings time in Tasmania still?
I don't believe they do. If I understand correctly.
Wow. Okay. I've got. Oh wow. Okay.
Hey, Daniel's Hot Topics. Right on. Good to see you. Thanks, man.
Good to see you, Daniel's Hot Topics. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah. He does have daylight saving time there. You poor saps. I mean,
they did years ago when I was in Tasmania in 2001, and I knew that.
Yeah, literally the 9/11.
That I was. Yep, that's exactly. Yeah, I was there after 9/11 had happened, but I was I was doing out on the dive boat, getting my diving license while 9/11 happened. So didn't even realize it had happened for 3 days. We didn't have communication with the shore.
That must have blew your mind when you saw it, though.
It did. We thought it. We didn't believe it was real.
Wow.
We didn't believe it was here. It makes more sense in Tasmania. Queenslanders don't like it. Okay, right. And hello, Sashi.
Hey,
It's just
Sashi.
3 p.m. down here. Yeah. Well, it's just after midnight where you are, right, Rod?
Yes, actually.
11 where I am. And I've got something to show you. I found a picture of an interesting birthday cake. No, where did it go? Here it is, right here. So, can you see this, Rod?
Oh, right on.
Okay, so that is an interesting birthday cake batter. It's called, right? Here it is here. See, that looks pretty good, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, well, there's maple syrup in it. Do you want to hear the ingredients?
Sure. Yeah.
And this is a healthy birthday cake batter. It looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
totally.
Yeah. Well, I looked it up. It's actually healthy, allegedly. Here are the ingredients: uh, 1 3/4 cups chickpeas, one teaspoon of stevia,
Huh.
teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. I'd probably add 4 tablespoons of maple syrup. I just had a shot of maple syrup earlier, right from the jug. 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. I love vanilla extract. And a
Yeah.
1/4 teaspoon of butter extract. What the hell is butter extract?
I don't know.
It's got it's got ridiculously little calories, like something like 200 calories for the whole damn thing. It's got almost no fat, almost no cholesterol. It's a little bit of salt, lots of potassium, some fibers, some natural
Wow.
sugars, some pro. Yeah, no, it's good stuff. So there you go, Rod. There's a healthy birthday cake for you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and we're making Daniel's Hot Topics hungry again. We do like
Yeah.
to do that here. I don't know if you've noticed Daniel's Hot Topics, but we do enjoy showing pictures of food here.
Yeah. I'm always one of those people though that like I like having like those kind of cakes that are like it's got so much goddamn what do you call it? Storage. It's got so much.
Icing,
It's got yeah,
frosting,
ice frosting. No, yeah, close. In the frosting.
sprinkles,
Uh, um,
Baileys.
well, food processing. Well, whatever it is,
Oh,
it's
food
got so
color.
much coloring. No, it's so much stuff in it that it's preservative. It's
Okay, yes.
it's got so much preservative they could sit through a nuclear winter and you could still eat it.
Well,
You know,
if we eat lots of preservatives, we'll live forever, right? Isn't that the idea?
I'm one of those. Yeah. I mean, like, it's not like something I'd eat every day or anything like that, but I mean, like, I don't mind having it once in a while.
Right. Okay. Well, how would yeah? I don't know what if you how would you go for your birthday cake if you had unlimited price? You had the world's best baker. What kind of cake would you have them make for you? If you
Oh,
had like,
easily,
you know,
easily chocolate triple layer cake,
really?
and yeah, and no, what do you call it? No, uh, none of that jelly in between in between the layers. No, frosting. Frosting.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds
yeah,
good. Yeah.
yeah.
I like the rich frosting and yeah. I think I would go chocolate over vanilla. I think I agree with you there, Rod.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go chocolate over the frosting. Yeah, over the vanilla. I mean, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker, and I'm just looking at pictures of them right now. Oh ho ho! Now I want this cake. I'm a sucker for Black Forest cakes, Rod.
Yeah.
Love
Oh, yeah, yeah, totally.
love the Black Forest cake.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, William Shakespeare. Yeah, good to see you, brother.
Oh, hey, William Shakespeare. We're celebrating Rod's birthday party here. And if you, dude, I know you've got a lot to,
Thank you, Molecular Arts.
I know you've got a lot to take care of. But if you want to come and join us, William Shakespeare, I've sent you a private DM. So if you want to join, the link is with you. But no pressure. I know you've got a lot going on, so
Yeah,
no
yeah.
issues there. And I also sent a message to Jill, Auntie Dirt of Jill. So I think Anti-Derivative Jill is going to be joining us, and Carla Burton, I think, is going to join us as well.
Oh, nice.
Cream cheese. Oh, yes. Well, I've got a... I thought I had a... Here it is. Right there, yes. Check out this picture, Rod. There we go. I do like the Black Forest cake.
Oh, man.
That's it. Yeah. You've had this, hey?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Delish.
Yep. I really like that. That's one of my favorites. And with all the... Oh, yeah. There we go. Here we go. This'll really get here. Daniel's Hot Topics. I have something for you to look at. Daniel's Hot Topics. Here, take a look at this. Daniel's Hot Topics.
Wowzer.
Oh man.
Ooh, 4 layers. Damn.
And do you see those are not just crappy little candied cherries on top, Rod? Do you see the color? Those are real cherries.
Oh my God.
Do you see? Like those aren't candied out of a jar.
Oh,
those
yum.
look like those were they came from a fruit market. I've got it big. I'm not looking at the StreamYards. I'm looking at the cake on my laptop now. And yeah, those are real cherries. I'm telling you. Anyway, happy birthday, man! I'm glad. So yeah, Jill and Carla are gonna come and class the place up a little bit.
Oh, nice.
And William, if you wish, you can join us. But yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you made it. I know last time we've had a couple of plans to stream, and either I've fallen asleep or you've fallen asleep, or
I just felt I know I've done at least 2 of them where I just fell asleep, and I'm just like, okay, let's go, and all of a sudden I passed right out, right on the couch, and I'm not even I barely have a couple of I've had like I'm on like my second beer or something, and then like I just like passed right out because it's like, oh, I'm so tired from like, you know.
Yeah. Hey, PvP. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about, and especially out. People don't know this. If you've not lived in a cold climate, or if you've not worked in a cold climate, you burn half as many calories in hot weather as you do cold weather. Like you burn twice as many calories just doing the same work in cold weather, and
because your body is trying to keep warm. That's right.
Yeah, and yeah, you just get hungry. Oh, do you mind reading this from Daniel's Hot Topics?
Yeah, Daniel's Hot Topics says, tomorrow I go out to Walmart and get myself a Black Forest cake. They're like $6. Oh, nice.
Nice. They're like $26 here.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah. I'm 10 minutes away, just finishing Librarians with hubby. Well, don't rush. Like, he's more important than us. We're just internet jokers. Don't worry about us. Spend time with he's a real person, and B, he's your husband. So don't worry about the 2 internet jokers. You spend time with him. And I don't know what that is. Librarians. Now is that when you and your best friend or your sister dress up like librarians and then other stuff happens?
Yeah.
Like a lot of, like, probably reading. A lot of reading, I guess. Maybe a yardstick. I don't know. I'm going to stop talking. Do you mind reading this, Rod?
Oh, you got me right in mid drink. Malaysia has a type of layer cake. It's from East Malaysia, Kek Lapis Sarawak. It's very dense, no frosting. Oh, wow.
Now Sarawak, I studied a little bit about Malaysia because I had intended to go backpacking there and then to the Philippines and Singapore. But then my stupid younger brother decided to get married in Australia, so I had to go back. So I missed out on it. But I happened, because of the research I did, I know that Sarawak is a place. It's a region of Malaysia. It's a district. And I think it's either the part that's an island or it's the part that's not an island.
Yeah.
I'm obviously but there's two parts that I'm familiar with Malaysia, and one is
Yeah.
one is more island volcano than the other, but I think Sarawak is the part that is
Mm.
the island. But I'm sure Sashi will tell us where Sarawak is. But I recognize it as a place. And have you ever looked at I just love looking at globes and maps in general, Rod.
Oh,
Do you
totally.
ever
Yes.
look at maps and just go exploring?
Oh, yeah, totally. And yeah, it's been ages. We used to have a globe at home, and like I don't know
Nice.
what happened to it, but like I want to get another one now. And like, I mean, flat maps are flat. Like they're no fun looking at them when they're flat.
That's
Uh,
right, because the Earth is not. And yes, we are going to give Miskatonic Madman diabetes over the internet. That is a thing.
Diabetes.
Well, when I was in Japan, teaching English, I found this in the bin over there, and I don't know if you
Nice.
can, but it's a globe. It lights up.
Yeah. Well, ours did too.
So this is a light up globe, but
Yeah.
if you look, that says the Pacific Ocean, but that's not English.
Yeah.
Because I got it in Japan,
which is true.
It's in Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I look at this and I can't really read much of it. I can read some of it, but I can read that. This here says Asia. That's an A right there, and plus because I know it is Asia, but I can't actually read that says Asia. But yeah, so a globe that lights up and it's in Japanese.
Yeah.
So I'm slowly.
So
Yeah,
it's a birthday stream, but we're going to try not to get too political. But on the other hand, PvP made up a good point. Interesting thing that Trump suspended his tariffs for 30 days.
Yay!
I think that just means that just Trudeau sucked his dick enough to do whatever he wanted to, to get whatever Trump wanted. But like, look, man, I know you're happy about like, hey, let's be the 51st state, but like,
I just don't want to fight. I think China and Russia are laughing their asses off at us. I think we should be.
You're not wrong, but I mean, at the same time, too, as much as I hate Trudeau, I do agree with his like stand strong, and then like, okay, fine. Well, we're going to throw tariffs on us. We're going to throw tariffs on you. You know, and I know it's a giant thing, but I mean, on the other side,
an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind, man. China's laughing at us. Let's sort this shit out.
You're not wrong, but at the same time, I look more at it at the point of like, Dad was right. I mean, like, as a farmer, he sat there and like he looked at he looked at it, and as a farmer, Dad once told me a long time ago. He said, like, you want to control the people, control the food, like control the food prices. And then Dad was who actually told me, and this was way back in the fucking 80s. Yep. Dad was the one who told me that watch out, because they're going to be going for one world government.
And for sure they have been for a long time.
See, this is exactly what I see. This is what bothers me, and this is what I don't want to see. With and like this is why I'm pissed off about Trudeau and his and he's a World Economic Forum.
I agree.
Forum
we
scumbag.
Don't need any part of that, do we?
Yeah, kick that bastard out. No. Put Polyev back in.
I would like to get out of the WHO as well. I'd seriously consider getting out of the UN altogether.
Yeah, that too. That too, because like that was started by what's his name? Not Soros, the other guy. Anyway, but like the point is like who? World Health Organization, and then like the United Nations.
Yeah, I don't trust any of that. Yeah. Ooh, Rod, I've got the perfect birthday cake for you, my friend. Are you ready?
Oh, okay. Ha! Ugh,
What do you think?
yeah. Captain, not marvelous.
It's funny because the little caricature on the top of the cake is so flat. It's 2D. It's ridiculous.
That is
She's
hilarious.
got no hips or boobs or anything. Wow, that's funny. So, yeah, you're right. I don't want to be part of the WHO. Not and I don't want our government telling. I don't want dictates or diktats from Ottawa about our medical programs in British Columbia. To be honest, I think
Yeah.
healthcare. If I'm not mistaken, actually, I'm not mistaken because I studied. I fucking know. Healthcare is a provincial mandated, provincial regulated, constitutional issue. The federal government can stay the fuck out of healthcare. The federal government, healthcare is a provincial matter. It is, and that is by the Constitution. So I agree. I don't even want Ottawa telling us what to do in British Columbia for healthcare, let alone the WHO and their record. How they do? How they do during COVID, Rod? How they do? How would you rank their performance?
Oh, like a 1 or a 2,
Yeah,
maybe,
not great.
maybe.
Oh, not great. Yeah, we can do we can do without them. I think.
It. See, no. Again, I mean, again, like Dad said, and like I'll tell you something else too that I see this a lot driving across Alberta is clhbid.com, which is it's a corporation that is buying up farmland, and
Oh, that's not
that's
good.
what. Yeah, I know that worries me. I don't want to
Yeah,
see that. Stop
no.
it, people. Don't fucking sell your land. Oh,
Well, you're right. But it takes a lot to run. I mean, holy shit, with all the equipment, it takes a lot of money to run farms now, doesn't it? And as soon if they
it
make one
it
mistake
does.
1 year, that will cost them everything and then they have to sell. Like back in the day, if you could get by with a couple of bad years because it wasn't like you weren't
Yeah,
running multi-million dollar pieces of equipment, but now
yeah.
the scale and I guess because the farms have become so big, like you're not responsible for
Hmm.
just 200 acres. You're responsible
Well,
for 10,000 acres, and yeah,
like yeah.
crazy.
Dad had a fairly sizable farm. 1,200 acres.
Oh,
Almost,
nice.
almost, yeah, almost 15 actually at one point.
Okay,
Uh, and
that's okay.
in retrospect, I look back on it and I'm kicking a small degree. I kind of kick myself for not taking over either the farm or
Yes.
or the dairy cows. I mean,
Oh, the dairy cows. I could see you as a dairy farmer.
thanks. Well,
Well,
I
because
mean,
you're good with animals, I bet.
I pretty much was. I mean, like I knew, I mean, I knew everything. The only thing that really drove me off my rocker though is the fact that the cows, you're slaves to them because it's every 12 hours. The
Yes,
cows have to be
that's right.
they have to be milked. They have to be milked. You can't.
Right.
I mean, like some part of me almost wondered because like some farmers actually do milk their cows 3 times a day.
Holy shit. Well,
Yeah,
they just
like
like
every.
handling big nipples. Hi, Carla.
Happy birthday, Rod. Hi,
Hey,
Steve. How are
thank
you?
you, Carla. Happy birthday. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you.
My birthday's in October. But
And
Oh,
so
well,
Rod was just telling us how he was almost he was a dairy farmer, kind of.
no, yeah. I mean, I, I mean, yeah. I was the one who milked the cows. I mean, my brother was the flip side. He actually, Rob, he actually liked to work in the field. He would work
Okay.
all goddamn day in the field, if it meant he didn't have to milk the cows. Whereas I saw yeah.
Crazy?
Well, see, that's just it. I mean, I was like, hey, get up at before 5, put the cows in the thing, get the milkers all ready and everything, and then milk the cows for 2 hours. Boom, and then milk the cows for like 2 hours, clean everything up, and then wash down the barn, and you're good. You're good until like the evening. So like I was one of those
cow shit that he didn't like, or what was the deal there? That seems like a no-brainer to me.
He just simply didn't like to. Well, my brother was more happy to play on the tractor, and that's exactly what my dad did.
I like that tractor. I could see that.
Can I just say, if I get kicked out, it'll be an alarm, and I'll turn my alarms off and come back in.
No, yeah, no
Okay.
no problem.
Okay.
Carla. And hey, what do you while we have you here, Carla? What do you think about? Would you like a big birthday cake, or would you like cakes like these little cheesecakes?
Oh, I love cheesecake.
Me too.
But ghetto is nice as well. A ghetto, like, so long as it's got some like jam or berries in it as well, like Black Forest. Oh.
I know. I was showing pictures of. Did you see the pictures of the Black Forest cake?
Yeah, I did see that but you know what my favorite? If my mother-in-law asked me what cake I want, it's called lumberjack cake. And it's so yummy.
Lumberjack cake.
Mm-hmm. It's like a whole. Yeah, it's probably almost like a fruit cake, but it's light and it's yummy, and you have coconut on the top,
And you're right, PvP. All the globalist entities are evil bastards. You're not wrong. And Rod, Sashi told us a little bit more. Do you mind? Can you read it if you can see that?
Yeah, sure. Sashi says, Malaysia consists of the peninsula, Malaysia, and East Malaysia on Borneo. Peninsula Malaysia is the southernmost point of mainland Asia. Oh, interesting. I did not know that.
So what's Singapore then? Because or is it just the actual land, the mainland? Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very cool. Someone said many years ago when we lived in Malaysia, a thing people like to do was come to Malaysia, probably at the bottom of Malaysia, and drive all the way up through to Europe, because you can.
That's right. And I think I found it. Let me see. Is this the lumberjack cake, Carla? Is that the lumberjack cake that you were talking about?
No.
That's got to be Canadian.
That is a lumberjack cake, but
that is a lumberjack cake.
That's not a Kiwi lumberjack cake.
Well, that's a Canadian lumberjack cake.
I love it.
Yep.
You know what we have in New Zealand? Our shirts that that flannel or whatever it's called, that thick flannel.
Yep.
Ours are called swan dry here. We have the same pattern, but it's called swan dry.
Okay. You know what? Gotcha. I think I found it. Yeah, check. I think so.
What is it?
Check this out. How's that? No, that's a plaid. That's a plaid lumberjack. Like it's plaid. Like the whole thing is plaid inside.
Oh wow!
I don't know how the frig they do that.
Clever.
That is, yeah. Wow.
It's not painted. Like I'm looking at it up close. That's cake. That's a plaid
No,
cake.
no, that yeah, I agree. That's probably like actual icing.
Chocolate and raspberry sponge.
So
very clever. Very
Is
clever.
that the lumberjack cake you're talking about?
No. No. I hang it. I'll see if I can find the recipe because you're being silly.
I searched it and that's what came out. I'm not being silly.
Okay.
That's
mean,
the
it's-
first thing that came up. It's a
Okay.
lumberjack cake. I'm in Canada. What did you
Right,
think was going to
iPad
come up?
Okay.
This Canadian search engine results. Of course, that's what's going to
Okay.
come up in Canada.
Messages.
Oh dear.
That's hilarious.
Oh, Rod, Sashi gave us a little advice. I think he's got some experience in baking. Do you mind? Can you read
Oh.
that?
Yeah, he said, Sashi says, you have to build it up in layers. It's very time consuming. Yeah, I totally believe that.
It looks like it, doesn't it? And it is impressive, Gunnar. Yeah, it really is. I looked at the image up close, and that is all little individual layers of cake. But in both the X and the Y. So I don't know how that works. I don't know how the hell you do that.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Well,
chat
look
can
at
see
that.
that's actual like little squares of little different cakes. It's weird, man.
That's dedication.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. And Sashi says, my father had to lead the cows to graze in fields. Now, that's an English
Lead.
joke. It's not lead, it's lead. But so is lead, as in the element. English joke there for you, Sashi. My father had to lead the cows to graze in fields. Had to get them back before sundown to avoid tigers. Are you kidding? Tigers?
This
Wow.
is lumberjack cake. I'll send a picture to you on the same.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Please, Carla. Now, were the tigers gonna try to eat you or the cows?
Probably the cows.
Well, I guess if the cows die, then the people die too. There, don't they? Though.
Yeah.
In reality, that had to be a very expensive cake. No kidding.
Spendy cake.
Yeah. No kidding. That would be. Yeah. Well, that I searched for lumberjack cake, and that is what came up. Ooh, I think I found a good cake. I think I found a good cake. Yeah, I like this one. What do you think of this one, Rod?
Oh, nice.
And that's homemade
Of
too.
course.
That's not a.
Scott wish you happy
that's-
birthday.
Yeah.
Didn't Scott wish you happy birthday on X?
Oh,
Oh, I
beautiful.
could see that.
It is.
Oh, fantastic. I wonder.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Okay.
Fantastic.
So I sent you
That's
a photo of the ingredients. That's a photo of the ingredients, so you can see it's yummy. And this is a photocopy of a lumberjack cake.
Okay. So Sashi says, my mom went for cake baking lessons. My dad became the baker just by looking at the notes. I'm more into baking bread. Well, that's cool. That is very
Nice.
cool. I do pies. I can do pies pretty well. That's about it.
I bake slices because you don't need them to rise.
That's true. And what do we call them here? We don't call them slices. We call them like squares, I guess.
Oh yeah, you would. Yes, they're probably
Like
yeah.
a tray of squares.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. There are some really good ones with lemon and coconut that I've had once, and icing on them. Ooh,
Yeah, it's called lemons. We call that lemon slice here in New
lemon
Zealand, and
slice.
it's basically, well, I always cook the
Australia.
double recipe, so you'd have to half what I make. But I have 2 packets of like super wines, which are plain biscuits without icing on them, and 1.5 cups of coconut, and 1 tin of condensed milk, and 250 grams of butter.
Ooh.
You melt the condensed milk and the butter together so they mix in. You grind
Yes.
the biscuits up. You add the coconut, and the lemon rind goes in the biscuit base, and then you add the condensed milk. Push it out in a tin, and you just add make lemon icing out of a butter, icing sugar, and lemon juice from the lemons.
Ooh, you real lemons you guys have. Yep. I lived with a lemon tree on my property in Australia.
Yeah.
Out in Collie, well, near Collie.
Mhm. I think lemon trees are based. Whether they produce lemons or not are to do with sunlight, because in New
Oh,
Zealand there's a place called Christchurch in New Zealand, and basically
Yep.
part of Christchurch will have lemons and part of it will not, because they don't get enough sunshine.
no kidding. Okay,
Something
but
like
yeah,
that. I might be making that up, but it's
I
something
believe it.
along that line.
No,
Like
no, I
there's a
believe it.
certain line in New Zealand where
Well-
feijoas and lemons and citrus seed don't
Oh.
grow.
Well, this is a homemade lemon slice that I found, and that looks pretty unique. That I've not seen them like.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
not
mine does
typical.
not look like that. Mine doesn't.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Sure.
The
If you
one.
look like Chelsea, if you look up
Adam Swift
Chelsea,
-1.
Hi. Hey. Hey. Good to see you.
hi, Maggie.
Hi, Swift -1. Good to see you, Doc. No, this is the one that I had in mind, and I think this is the one that everyone recognizes.
hmm
Right here, Carla.
Yeah, no, that looks like custard square to me. That is, I know that's what people look for, but mine is different again. I might have to.
Different. Okay, because that's what I experienced. That's what I
iPad's
had in
gonna probably live
Australia.
on my lap today.
That's what I had in
I pointed
Australia
this-
a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, I pointed this out on the last time that I was going to say Commander. Well, yeah, no. What's her name? Not Clobby. Raquel Briggs. Commander Briggs.
Oh, Raquel.
She
Yeah.
mentioned. Yeah, she mentioned. Well, I said I mentioned on the thing about Nanaimo bars. Carla, you're probably completely
Oh, I
unfamiliar with
don't know
whatever.
those. I don't know those.
Those are delicious.
Yeah, you guys have told me
Dig up
about
a
them
picture
before.
there, Spidey.
I will.
And they're I mean, like you could say I don't know why they named it Nanaimo out of like Nanaimo, BC, but
I don't know.
How do you spell it?
NA NANAI
Oh, yeah.
MO.
Yeah, I
Nanaimo.
remember you guys. Yeah. And what is
they've
it
got
made of? And when is
mostly
William
sugar and
Shakespeare?
chocolate.
It's a long 10
Sugar
minutes.
and chocolate.
Mom was
Icing,
really
like a lot of
good at
icing
that.
sugar.
You're gonna send a photo? You showed me a photo one time? Did you get those? I DM'd you on X with all the pictures of the lumberjack cake.
Bingo. Okay.
And
Here-
then the lemon slice. Those are peppermint. Oh,
That's
that's
them.
your nana. That's your nana. Has it got banana in it or something? Is that why?
No, that's vanilla.
Oh,
Yeah.
vanilla.
Yep.
Well,
That's
and what
vanilla,
texture is it? What texture is it?
It's like kind of chocolate, and then like the vanilla in the middle, and then like the bottom part is very almost spongy, kind of like
Okay.
it's
And you eat
oh
them
man.
you eat them chilled.
Yeah, you eat them chilled because like if I mean like because if they set out for long enough they actually kind of milty and very 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 sticky.
Can you
That's-
find me the ingredients of it so I can, like, if someone has a recipe of it, so I can sort of understand its consistency?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Consists of 3 layers: a wafer, nut, and coconut crumb base,
Yep.
a custard icing in the middle, and a layer of chocolate ganache on top.
Yeah,
Oh, did you
custard.
say
That's what I
custard?
meant. That's what it was. Yeah, the custard. That's what I wanted to say.
Ah.
Right? And
Oh, the
we use-
custard just makes it like, oh man.
and it's
Yeah?
unsweetened baking chocolate, and it's got hazelnut extract, molasses, light coconut milk. Yeah, it's good.
Is it?
I
And
just
where do
love
you
them.
buy it? Where do you buy it?
Mostly British Columbia and Western Canada.
Like just at a grocery store, or would
Yeah,
you buy it?
grocery, any bakery. Yeah, any bakery, any grocery store. Absolutely.
And
No
Mom
matter
was
how far.
really good at making the homemade ones too.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Did
yes.
you
these
ever
are
get a
good.
recipe?
I'll have to look it up. Mom does have the entire company's coming cookbooks.
Oh yeah,
Ah.
nice. Ooh, wow, Carla.
Yeah. So, Rod, have you discussed, like, when you're growing up, would you have any traditions in your family for birthdays, or like, did you do anything for certain ages?
Not really for certain ages or anything, but I mean, on the other hand, too, it's just a standard, you know, it's a birthday, have a cake, or I mean, I was the only one in the entire family who I preferred to have those, preservatives. It's got
Yeah,
the icing.
yeah.
The icing has so much goddamn preservative it could sit through a nuclear winter, and you could still eat it.
Icing?
But
Oh, okay.
yeah. Whereas everybody else is like, no, they the rest of the family always preferred the Dairy Queen ice cream logs.
Okay.
Ooh, those were popular, weren't they?
Yeah.
And the ice cream cakes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's lumberjack
So-
cake. There.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
lumberjack cake.
Mm-hmm. Speaking
Oh,
of fruity cake, a fruity cake with coconut, like coconut, sugary coconut on top. So good.
It looks
and
way
you can see
different
the
than the
ingredients
Canadian
are
lumberjack
pretty
cake.
if you look at the next and it's so nice when it's warm. Oh, it's the best.
Yeah,
And
no, that looks way different
Yeah.
than the one I was showing you.
Yeah, I know. Different search engines. And
Yeah.
if you see the ingredients, they're just like apples, dates, and normal cake stuff like sugar, butter, and
Yeah.
flour. And
Okay.
then you can see the lemon slice. I sent a photo of the lemon slice
Yes.
that that I was talking about.
Okay. Yeah, see, that looks okay. Yeah.
So that's
gotcha.
basically the super wine biscuits, coconut, and condensed milk with icing.
Hail, Rusty Rivers.
Oh, hello. Hey, Rusty
Hi.
Rivers. We're just celebrating. Rodd Thunderheart here is a buddy of ours, and it's his 54th birthday today.
54th birthday.
Happy
And,
birthday!
Rusty,
I'm 3 years
you
behind you.
might recognize Rodd. Rodd was a semi-pro wrestler. So Rodd Thunderheart might be a name you recognize, Rusty. Rusty's been around. He's an actual captain as well.
Oh, nice.
He's a what? Captain.
A captain, a boat captain.
Oh,
I have my boats are inflatable, so like I don't know if you can call yourself a captain.
You can.
If your
People
boats
might
are all
laugh at you.
inflatable.
When you make your friend say Captain Spider-Man.
I guess.
Uh,
Okay, so here we go. This is the one Carla showed me of the lemon slices. We're just looking at desserts for birthdays, and this is your uncooked lemon slice. No baking required? Wow.
oh, wow.
Okay.
You just need to heat the condensed milk and butter. That's the only thing.
It says 16 servings, so I'm guessing that really means 4.
Yeah. Yeah. 4-man
Right?
size. 4 Rodd Thunderheart size.
Yeah, that's it. Well, yeah, the craft dinner on the box, Rod. How many does the craft dinner box say that it'll feed?
4.
Yeah, 2 to 4. Yeah, not a friggin' chance. I have more than once sat down and ate the whole thing.
No kidding. I know. Just last weekend. I'm like, actually, here's the other thing too. It's like, I've been saving them for kind of a special occasion, but like, like on Sunday. Well, first off, I went downstairs and I fucking passed out. Again, same thing with with the stream. I passed out. I had like maybe 1 or 2 beer, and then like I put
Sure.
a pot of water on to boil.
16, but
Well, I put a pot of water on the boil too because I was gonna make make me some craft dinner and and it's special craft dinner because it was it also had KFC flavoring in the in the
Oh,
cheese.
What?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
That's all right.
Kentucky Fried Chicken flavoring in it in the cheese.
Oh,
What?
okay.
That
Wow.
Yeah.
sounds terrible.
And no, it was delicious. And yeah, but then like my brother, I don't think he was too happy because like I came upstairs and I woke up like, oh shit, the fucking water. I run upstairs and then like my brother, he'd shut the stove off and because it's a natural gas stove and like
Oh,
I'd boiled the pot dry
yeah.
Oh
and
no.
You should
yeah, and
not
then
drink and have a stove on. I think
I
No.
like
I didn't. I barely had. I said I had barely like 2 beer. It wasn't that. It was like I came home. I was so damn tired. That's what it was.
wow, look at that cake.
See,
Nice.
this is what they should be serving when Trudeau and Trump go and meet,
Yeah, that's clever.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess how would you do the blue? You'd make a blue ring of batter around the
No, yeah.
top.
So what you do is you'd be layering your. I mean, I'm no baker.
How do you
Baker.
get the
But-
sharp corners on the
I-
blue though?
No, they cut like they've made a red cake and they've made a white cake and they've slit them.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
cut them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
didn't bake it.
a small center cake, and then a big
Right.
round ring of blue.
Yeah. So, but they've made a blue cake and they've cut a big inside, like thrown
Right.
out that inside.
That's
and
right.
put
Yeah,
it
yeah.
On top of the red.
Hey Eugene. Hey old man Bird.
Hey,
We're just celebrating Rodd Thunderheart's 60th
21st
birthday. And not 60 yet.
21st.
No, he's just a year older than myself. And well, I guess Carla just a couple years older
3
than
years. He's 3 years older than me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm 51.
Yep, that's right. Yeah. Well, Rod just turned 54. I mean, barely.
You're 1 year older than me, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm damn near 53. Another couple months. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah. I'm
yeah,
62 at the
yeah.
moment. Yes.
Okay,
52.
so you're 1.5. You're one and
Yep.
a half years older than me.
Correct.
October will be 52.
Yeah, but you're way more mature than either of us. By
Well,
This-
someone's got to be.
right. Yay.
Mum for
yeah.
my-
I always say
Mine
this
for
though, and
life,
it pisses people off to no end. And that is that. Hey, you know what? I'm already 54, but guess what? I've actually entered my 6th decade on this planet.
Oh, that's right. You
That's
have.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep.
So
And
I've
hey,
been married.
Rusty Rivers
I've
is
been married.
56.
Good
Oh,
job.
nice.
I've been married
Yeah, see-
30. I've been married 30 years, so I'm in my fourth decade of marriage.
Oh, man.
There you
Oh,
go.
my good God.
Hey, good for you. Yeah.
A long
See, most
time.
people, a lot of people they deny it. They're like, no, I'm coming up on my 4th decade. Like, no, that's they just
That's not true.
want to
Exactly.
deny that, and I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
What are you worried about,
Who
anyways,
cares?
people?
Who
I mean,
cares? if you're just happy person, you won't care what your age is.
That's
Well,
right. And hey, Sashi's
keep
going to be
saying-
joining the 50 club as well. Fantastic.
Nice.
I still keep saying, I mean, like, age is a state of mind, not body.
That is
My husband
true.
is 6 years older than me, so he's often like in the next decade above me, and he says you're only as old as the woman you feel.
Ooh. I've never been with a woman older than 39, so perfect. That is awesome. I agree with that. Here you go. I've been checking my Facebook PvP, and I didn't get a message from you, so here's the link right there. Yeah.
Oh,
yes,
yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty cool cake, and I guess I have watched the baking shows how they do that sort of thing. So, Rod, in your 54 years on this planet, how many lives have you used up out of your 9 lives? How close have you
That
come?
is a great question.
I thought so because honestly, it's been a few for myself. How many times have you come to damn near leaving this planet?
Well, my buddy actually fell asleep driving my car, and we were going home, and then also, and then we went into the ditch, and then like it's, I was, me and my buddy Tim were in the back. It's funny because we were the biggest guys, two biggest guys. He's 6'3", I'm I'm 6'3", he's 6'4", and like we just passed out, and like little Dodge Omni, 1989 Dodge Omni, and like. And then my buddy Shane was driving the car, and it's funny too. Like I lost touch with him too because like I still liked him and everything like that. But I mean, I don't know. I just sort of lost touch with him after. Anyway, like he fell asleep at the wheel and then went into the ditch, and then like suddenly all of a sudden, boom! Like we hit an approach, like like a on coming onto the road, and then like all I remember too is just suddenly just kind of like headlights in the sky, and then
Wow.
headlights in the sky, and then
Damn.
the ground, sky, ground, sky, ground, sky, and then all of a sudden like,
Damn.
oh, well, funnily enough, we were okay though. And like we went to the local hospital, like we were literally like blocks away from the hospital, and then like like a ambulance took us there, and and then like
So you were close when it happened. That's good.
yeah, and then really only like about half an hour away from where I live, and which sucks. I mean, because I will say, like, all four of us, we had gotten jobs at a mushroom plant. Just
The mushrooms off the backdrop.
no, well,
Really?
like not yeah, but not magic mushrooms, just like actual like plain old everyday like farmer bred like mushrooms, and like we had all gotten jobs there, and we were going to move down to Crossfield in and we were gonna go there and live and work on a mushroom plant.
As
And
you do. As you
yeah,
do.
and, yeah, but then unfortunately, like after the accident, well, I didn't have a car, and obviously we couldn't do that anymore. And then like uh, again, both my friends in the front seat, like lost touch with them, and then like my buddy Tim, he I mean, well, no, I stayed friends with Tim for a few more years, but then like it's but yeah, but like that's the first time I've
Hey,
come
Parrot.
close to and then another time was I was building a BMX track on my out in Dad had a sand pit out on the farm, and my brother and we built we built I built a BMX track on it, and there was one part where like it basically you kind of drop off a cliff and then land on this one piece of land.
What size is the cliff?
I didn't
How
make
big is the cliff?
I didn't make a big enough ramp sort of thing to kind of jump off, and then so basically I just went off the cliff, and then and I wrecked my bike too. Like I totally wrecked my bike.
Oh wow.
And then like I
Like
just
a cartoon.
I just slammed into the face of the second half of the land, which was supposed to be the landing, and I just like, well,
Wow.
okay, so that's the second time I probably luckily I never lost any digits, i.e. fingers
I was
or
going to say,
hands
did
or
you lose some teeth?
Toes or
Did you lose
no,
teeth?
but I mean like it I mean I saw mom it was a mom or dad like driving down to the sand pit, and then like when I'm like, oh fuck, okay, I guess well, and I'm like I was still kind of really ballsy. I'm kind of like, do I really want to try this jump? Do I really want to try this jump? Like, oh screw it, I'm okay. And then I see the truck coming down. I'm like, okay, fine, I'm gonna try it. And then I literally wrecked my bike because of that. So like, had to get a new bike.
Oh well, yeah. Hey, you have a fan in the chat because Greek letters. Welcome to Greek letters. It says someone has the right idea of living dangerously. Kudos, my good man. That's to you, Rob.
Mhm.
And I found a cake for you.
Oh,
You know what you
nice.
should-
Oh, thank you. Awesome.
That's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
You know what you should look for, Spidey? Remember those cakes that they used to make when we were young? They had those cake books, and our mothers like picked them out of the cake books and made them. Those really old cake books.
I
Oh, they were Women's Weekly here. I think they're called Women's Weekly
yeah
cake books and stuff like that.
yeah.
Hail Parrot Head.
Oh yes, hello Parrot Head and
Hey, hi,
and yeah,
Jill.
Old Man Bird wants cake. And I agree, Old Man Bird. The best. And hey, Anti-Derivative Jill.
Hey, thank you, Anti-Derivative Jill. Much appreciated.
And that is funny. So Rod, have you? See, you're like me. There's not many people or traffic on your road. If we sat out on our lawn, there'd be no one to really yell at.
No. No.
So Sashi says, I look forward to telling people to get off my lawn. That is
Get off my
true.
lawn.
And Gunnar is not looking forward to 35. Oh, dude, my 30s and 40, every decade gets better and better, dude.
Yeah, that's
the 30s
so
were
true.
great. The 40s were even better, and the 50s have been fantastic.
Oh yeah, totally, man.
Just made the best friends in our 40s and 50s, right?
Yeah.
Agreed. I think so. 100%.
And you know yourself, and you're not going to put up with crap. And like
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Awesome.
And everyone's saying happy birthday to Rod. Ooh, Carla, do you mind reading this?
I survived the brush with an 18-wheeler. Oh, just last year. My car was totaled, but I didn't have a scratch. Was in a blur for a few days. I bet you were.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's
Was
crazy.
that on the Was that on a motorway or a highway, whatever you call them? There.
And I want to say hello to PvP. Hi.
Hey, Spidey. Hi, guys.
Hey, PvP.
We
Hey,
found
Rod.
a birthday cake for Rod.
Happy birthday. Oh, yeah. Well, that's a good one.
Thanks, man.
Very appropriate birthday cake for Rod. Yes, definitely. Boy, some
Are
of
you
these
in the
cakes.
truck now? What?
What? Go
Are
ahead.
you in the truck now?
Am I what? Am I in the truck?
Is Rod in the truck now? Or not?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm in the truck right now.
Oh, because I thought
Cool.
is it the engine I can hear?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's
Is
actually
it
that's
keeping you
the.
warm?
Well, there's no way I'm gonna shut the engine off at like minus 30.
Okay.
Minus
I mean,
30.
I mean,
And we all speak Celsius here.
Isn't that when Fahrenheit meets Celsius about that
At minus
temperature?
40. At minus
it's
40.
minus 40.
Oh,
Yeah.
minus 40. Okay.
We all speak Celsius here, except for PvP because he's older than us.
Oh no. I Celsius too.
Okay. Oh,
I
there
can
you
do
go.
either one as long as I have the online conversion, Google thing or whatever. I can figure it out.
Yeah.
PvP, do you mind reading this from our friend Greek Letters in the chat? It's
Greek-
kind of cool.
Greek letters says, know what? Now is the time to visit Santorini. The volcano is about to explode. We're going to have a new Atlantis. Oh, wow.
Is that in
Wow.
Italy?
You always
Greek?
think that, and another
Or
volcano
Greek? No, that's Greek.
explodes somewhere else. It
That's
always
Greek.
happens. They're like, this is going to be an explosion. And then you watch, another volcano will erupt really soon somewhere else. I don't know
Yep.
why. That's how it happens.
It happens under the water all the time, and we're not even aware of it, though.
Yeah.
It's my New Year's resolution, coincidentally, Greek Letters, is to visit Greece this year. It's time to get my backpack on and go.
Wow.
I've been stationary for too long. So it means I'm going to have to get a job, I guess.
Good night, Gunnar.
Yeah.
Good night, Gunnar.
Oh, good
But
night.
yeah, I definitely want to go to Greece this year, and I would
Yeah,
like to
have a
see
good
that
one, brother.
just don't let it explode until I get there later in the year, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Please do what you can do. And Rod, wait, I'm gonna get another beer, my friend. Can you read this?
Sure.
Please.
Yeah, Miskatonic Madman says, when I was 24, my car was broadsided by a truck. Completely demolished it, but I walked away with just a massive bruise across my chest from the seatbelt. Used one of my 9
Wow.
lives that day.
Wow.
Yeah, oh, yeah, totally, man.
That's amazing.
Boy.
Yeah.
Wow.
That would have hurt a lot though. That seatbelt got away. At least they had seatbelts.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that common
Gosh.
use now.
Well, it's crazy because I have friends that I drive with, and you cannot convince them to wear seatbelts because they are convinced that it's more dangerous to wear a seatbelt
Why?
because they're idiots.
Yeah.
Are these friends liberal voters as well, Spidey?
No, no, absolutely not. But
Oh.
there's some flat earthers, going
Oh,
on
boy.
there with them. So they're not.
Oh, boy.
They're not exact. They believe a lot of things just for I don't know why.
To stick it
Yeah,
to the man.
yeah.
Hard to say.
They'll show the man. They're not going to be told to wear seatbelts.
That was part of it growing up. The cool kids, my brother for the longest time, because he was very cool and I was not. But he wouldn't wear a seatbelt, and it was just because I'm cool. I don't. Oh, Antiderivative Jill is here. Should we let her on, Rod? It's your birthday.
Of course.
Okay. Oh,
Hi.
hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hello.
Hey, Joe.
Happy birthday, Rod. Hope it's a good one.
Thank you, Jill. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's
Carla and
been
PvP.
great.
Good.
And we had a cake for Rod. What do you think?
Yeah, that's really great. No, I also heard the conversation you were having. Anybody who won't put on their seatbelt is not allowed in my car.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
good.
why
I know.
I'm
Good thing.
ready.
It'll go beep,
Yep.
beep, 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 beep. If you don't put your seatbelt on.
Well, right.
Yeah, I know, my car
yells
does that
but
too.
also, it's illegal. Like the person who is driving the car is responsible for the people wearing the
Okay.
seatbelt.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he knows. He'd pay my fine, and I drilled out the little thing that goes beep beep beep. I drilled that out a long time ago.
Oh, jeez.
That's clever. Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
because sometimes I put things on my seat and it thinks it's a person.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So
I
the
just
thing
yell
that
at
I just
it.
found
I'm
the
like,
thing that beeped,
not a
and I just
person.
kept drilling it until it stopped making noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like something in a movie where it goes.
But so
But
we were just
That's
talking,
a
Bill.
lot of chocolate. I need some.
I know. Rod was telling us about how many times he's damn near almost didn't make it to 54 this in his life.
Yeah.
And they've all involved automobiles, I think.
Not automobiles. One was a bike. Was it?
Yeah, the
right.
second one was on a
It was a
bike.
Okay, that's right. Yeah. Okay, that's true.
Oh my
That was
God,
the
my
last
head
one we
was just.
heard.
I was just. Yeah, I slammed into the front of the second jump, and it's oh man, I was just laying there for a second, like oh my head was just spinning.
Wow.
So how many concussions
We all
did
know what that feels like.
you
It
had?
probably was a concussion, but
Probably. Oh, here, Rod. How's this for you? Is that one better?
oh nice.
That one's pretty good.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a cake. That's a cake truck.
And that's a Pete. That's a Peterbilt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, you can tell the difference, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the other one was a Kenworth.
Oh.
Okay.
You can tell also because of the windows on the upper on the behind the cab, the sleeper cab.
Oh, okay. Let me find that again. And Antiderivative Jill, since you're here, would you mind reading this from our friend Greek Letters?
Greek Letters Larson says, last time the volcano exploded, we had to make the Atlantis myth. If that thing goes boom, the tsunami is going to carry me from Crete to Egypt
Yeah.
in no time.
Yeah. Well, surf's up. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. And PvP, would you mind if you can see this? Can you read this from our friend Sashi?
Okay. Sashi says, on the highway, it was a traffic jam, and I saw him coming and managed to hit the brakes before he hit because there was a family in front of me. I also braced myself. I just tapped the MPV in front. Wow. Sounds like
Wow.
close call. Boy.
Oh,
Does. Yeah, PvP.
Hmm?
Have you ever seen just speaking about Greek letters volcano?
Uh-huh.
Have you ever seen a volcano in person, or have you ever lived anywhere where there was volcanoes?
Well, the closest I never saw one, but the closest I came to experiencing one was when what was it, Mount St. The one in Washington
Mount
State.
St. Helens.
Yeah, St. Helens. That's what I was trying to remember the name.
Kid.
Yeah, because that's not too many hundreds of miles away from here, really, right?
It's not.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
At all.
So I was out on the weekend because it happened on Sunday, if I remember correctly. Is when it exploded sometime early Sunday, I think. And I was out at a cabin party with one of my friends because his parents had well, not a nice cabin. It was kind of old and run down, but we still didn't care. It was still a fun time. So we had the barbecue and we had the ghetto blaster blasting out the tunes and sitting around drinking beer and whatnot. And everything was normal. And then we go to bed and people start waking up the next morning and going outside, and everything is covered in this white ash. Like everything is just covered in white ash. Like you could run your finger along it and draw a line, right?
The Americans sent ash up to us and smoked.
Oh, it travels.
Wow.
Yeah. I wish now in hindsight, if I had like a jar or a container with me, I would have scooped up a couple handfuls of that and, just kept it, right? Like, because I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You probably can't even like put that on eBay or something. But I thought, geez, if I had a vial of, dust.
Who knows? You can girls sell bathwater and idiots buy it.
Well, I'm sure. And I'm sure that some person out there who's really like a volcano nut would probably pay good money to have a jar of it sitting on their shelf or whatever. But of course,
kidding.
Yeah, exactly, Rod. But being young and dumb, I didn't even think about it at the time.
Rod, you're old enough to remember that.
Well, Jesus, man. I mean, girls sell farts in jars.
I meant the volcano. Today. You're old enough to remember the Mount St. Helens volcano.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Oh, totally.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the year that was. It was sometime in the 80s, wasn't it?
Early 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jill, did you ever hear of that in Washington State? The volcano was a big deal.
I definitely heard about it, but of course, being my age, it's more of a thing of history for me. Yes, I have heard.
Do you have?
But they do threaten that the supermassive volcano is going to explode and then turn everything into darkness, and we won't be able to grow any crops, and it'll just be
Google the year 526 AD. Yeah, 526 AD. A lot of the population died. They didn't see the sun for 18 months.
Wow.
I think that's it. Yellowstone would go off. We'd be
it's a super volcano, right?
Does Texas have any volcanoes, Joe?
Not that I know.
But New Zealand does.
Yeah. Well, we don't have super ones like Yellowstone. Like Yellowstone is really connected to a lot of things, whereas New Zealand is. Sometimes I wonder if they're all connected, because you know how I said that they always like so and so's gonna rumble this year, and then something on the other side of the planet rumbles instead. I'm like, are you all connected or something?
So you actually have active volcanoes. I think the ones we have just don't have any more magma in them.
Okay.
Oh,
pretty sure Yellowstone does.
Ooh, Indonesia does. Yeah, you're right, Sashi. Malaysia doesn't have any, really. I don't think that's... Now, come on, Sashi. I don't think that's true. You've got an island with a big one that's dormant, do you not? It's not active. I thought you had a big island that had a volcano on it. And you can go and hike it as a backpacker. But I mean, you live there. You tell me. But I could have swore I researched that.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I'm full of shit. But I think you're pulling our leg. I think he's pulling our leg. Ooh,
Well, there's the Ring of Fire, right? That they always talk
Yeah.
about the Ring
Yeah,
of
but
Fire.
that's Pacific. That's
Yeah.
a Pacific Ring of Fire, whereas Indonesia isn't in the Pacific. It's in the
Yeah, so it's probably a different chain, I guess. But
well,
But I
different
mean-
I'll check.
plates.
Let me consult my globe. I'll tell you.
Does
Indonesia
it
is
show you the plates? There's different
Well-
plates where they meet.
it is sort of in the Pacific. I mean, it's touching. I mean, all the water touches.
Yeah.
I mean, just because
Yeah.
we put a geographical line across it doesn't mean the water knows any
Yeah.
different.
Okay. Well, Indonesia would be.
Well, I know they've got volcanoes. I guess I think up in Alaska is where it starts. At least on the continent, you know, on the west side of North America, right? And it goes right off our coast. I think it's all pretty much underwater, you know, along between Vancouver Island and the mainland. I think that's usually where we'll get like earthquakes and stuff. And I don't think we got any actual active volcanoes on land here, though. I think they're all under the ocean, right? So every once in a while they'll get a massive eruption underneath, and then they'll get all the earthquake tremors and all that fun stuff. And you know, then of course it goes right down through Washington, and you know, continues on down its merry way, I guess. I'm not sure what countries are all touched by the Ring of Fire, though. I'm not an expert on it by any means.
Well,
I think Japan
Sashi said,
is.
yeah, Malaysia's smack
Japan,
dab in
yeah.
the middle, so they missed
Yeah.
it all.
Definitely Japan could be, yeah, that would make sense.
Oh, they definitely are. Yeah, when I was there, we had them every week, and you'd wake up not sure if you dreamt it or
Really?
not. Yeah.
Well, is that one reason they had like the big tsunami? Did that have anything to do with?
It caused it. Yeah, it was caused by an earthquake offshore.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, dude, are you
Well, the
kidding?
birthday
I
boy's
definitely want
getting
to come to
tired.
Greece.
The birthday boy getting tired.
Yes, yeah, that was a yawn, wasn't it, Rod?
Yeah. Sorry, not the.
It's all right. It's your birthday. You can do what you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greek letters has a good idea, Rod. I could go for that, eh?
Oh, I totally would.
Tired of the cold weather in Canada? Come to Greece. Things are hot here, like magma level hot. Enjoy your stay. Totally, I would. Oh, and hey, William Shakespeare, I think PvP. Can you read what he says? He likes your ID.
Oh, okay. Thanks, William. William Shakespeare says, PleasantValleyPicker.ca. I love your idea of saving some volcano ash from any volcano if I encounter in the future. Yeah. I mean, I wish I'd been thinking back then, you know, but you know, when you're in your 20s, you don't always think about, you know, posterity, or you don't think, wow, this would be cool to have like 30 years from now or whatever. So,
Yeah.
Oh, William, we need to talk, my friend.
and buying girls' bathwater on eBay. Oh, that was me. Okay. Oh, jeez.
Okay. Oh, Sashi, I didn't know this. Jill, can you read this? I did not know this.
Sashi says no earthquakes, volcanoes, and we are shielded from typhoons by Indonesia and the Philippines.
Huh.
Good news.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That is fantastic.
So they're a very
Okay.
protected state.
William Shakespeare will be
Ah.
joining us after grilling up some food.
Good
Fantastic.
job.
Yeah. Oh, that's Sashi says when the big Boxing Day tsunami hit, I remember that. Only North Malaysia was slightly hit. Most of it was wetlands. Oh, good. Good. No, I remember. I was on a plane with someone who had been diving in Thailand during that whole thing, and
Wow.
yeah, he was telling me stories of he had been hired to recover a lot of the furniture and the plastic furniture that had been swept out into the water, but he did encounter some unpleasant things, and yeah, it was quite the operation.
How many
But
people?
yeah, I do remember that big tsunami. That's right. That's the problem with living.
One in Japan.
Yeah, I know it hit. It hit Indonesia, Malaysia. It hit Thailand. It was like that
Okay.
whole. It was massive. It hit everywhere. Well, wasn't it located off Borneo or something?
probably.
I don't remember that, but
It was a big
did
one.
they ever come up with an accurate number of how many people perished in that event? Like, I imagine it was many thousands, right? Like,
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
well, you
Yeah.
probably seen, we probably all seen videos of it, right? Because I've seen videos on the internet. You know, people are just on the beach or whatever, and all of a sudden this massive wave comes in and just
That's
takes everything out. And it's really scary.
and
can't
it's just
imagine.
moving and does
Yeah,
not stop. That's right.
yeah, yeah. I can't imagine, like, you know, being on the beach enjoying yourself one minute and then the next minute you're gone. Like,
Yeah.
that's scary.
Yeah.
Here we go, Rod. What
another
is that?
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a Western Star.
You can tell.
Oh, yeah. You can see the W on the top of the grill.
Oh,
Oh.
all right. And
Also-
is that a classy brand of truck? Is that a fancy one?
Well, one, they're Canadian.
Nice.
They're made in BC.
Hey,
Oh,
right on.
love BC.
However, I actually kind of have a mental block on Western Stars because I got fucking mad at Michael Bay for changing Optimus Prime. Like, he did a lot of goddamn research. You can tell. Like, he must have went through like dozens and dozens and dozens of pictures of trucks, and then
Right.
he settled on a Peterbilt. And and then not only that, he gave it what they call what in Mexico they call the chulo flames on his hood, and like that
Right.
looked fucking cool, you know.
It did.
And then all of a sudden in Age of Extinction, like the fourth one, they changed Optimus Prime to they changed Optimus Prime to a quote unquote classic Pete, but then like it was all rusted and everything, and then he rescanned a new Western Star, and like obviously surprise, you know, like since since it was a Western Star, you know, like he, you know, like a new model Western Star, like model new, like literally like came out like came out later that year. You know, Optimus Prime was his new form was a Western Star, and I'm like, no, fuck you. No,
That's
because
not what he should be.
yeah, I mean, because like it made sense that that Optimus was a classic Peterbilt. You know, like it's a classic. I believe it was a R45, R20 or R45, I think it is. You know, and like that was perfect. You know, I mean, like there's just
I've got R20 in my walls.
yeah, you know, and so no, like no, the new Western Stars. Blah, no, I know they're Canadian and all that, but it's just like no,
Not happy with it.
yeah.
Mm.
You know,
Well, that looks like a pretty good cake. Someone was a pretty good artist, whoever did that.
yeah. No, I agree. You know, like,
And we were going around asking about what would you prefer if you had your dream birthday cake. PvP, what would your dream birthday cake be?
Gosh, I haven't actually had a birthday cake in years, come to think of it. Because I don't know. I just never bother buying the store-bought ones. And my mom used to make the birthday cakes, and I miss those days because my mom was a good cook. So I'd go for chocolate, though. Definitely be some kind of chocolate cake. Definitely for sure. But yeah, I haven't thought about it in a long time because I don't eat too much sugary stuff anyway. I try and stay away from sugar because I got enough of a weight problem without eating birthday cakes. Right? If I eat too many birthday cakes, I won't.
I agree.
If I have too many birthday cakes, I won't have my next birthday.
Okay.
And I don't want to get like diabetes or something. Like I'm really fortunate.
That's the thing.
Diabetes.
I mean,
That's
I
the thing.
see my doctor regularly, and actually, I got to go in for a blood test about a week and a half from now just to check everything out. And she's never said nothing about diabetes to me yet, and it's all
Good.
It's all,
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
That's because you
There
don't
you go.
eat birthday cake. So good.
I don't eat much sugar, and I never use table salt. I just never use it.
We have
Maybe
stopped
you don't
using
get
front
tickets.
engine prime movers here, says Sashi. Sounds like he knows. That's a little bit of the business lingo there, isn't it, Rod?
Well, front engine prime movers are basically like the engine is in front of the cab,
Yeah, as opposed to a cab.
whereas cab overs are like the cab is literally on top of the engine. So like that, and that by the way is the classic Optimus Prime from the
Yes,
from the 80s.
the cab over. Yep.
Yeah.
I would say Sashi has some experience in the business if he's using language like that. A little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Yeah. And ooh, Jill, that sounds fancy. Can you read that, please, Jill?
Sashi said, I think only the Sultan of Johor has a new custom Peterbilt.
What
Mm.
the
I
hell
don't know
is
what
the
I just
Sultan
read.
of Johor doing? Well, Peterbilt's a truck.
Okay. Yeah,
I think
and
Johor's in
today was.
Malaysia.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
right?
Johor is in Malaysia. Thank you.
I-
I didn't know that.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
But
me
I
neither.
didn't
And
know
today
that.
was also the first day I ever thought about what kind of truck Optimus Prime is.
Well, there's not just one kind of truck. There's cab overs. There's engine out in front. There's Peterbilts. There's Western Star. So
Yeah.
Jill, what kind of cake? If you had Trump's baker, the best ingredient, like skill is no problem. What kind of cake would you? You're not paying for it. Basically, what kind of cake would you want?
Well, I typically like the tres leche, which is a kind of Mexican cake with three different milks. That's really just really good. And also, but I also need some chocolate in there too because I saw that chocolate cake earlier, and just a mix of that.
Yeah, Rod and myself and PvP all chose variations on chocolate cakes. Yeah, tres leches. I think I've had that in Australia. I think that is something I've had over there. Yeah, very
I'm the
fancy.
only one who didn't pick chocolate.
Ooh,
I just couldn't
holy
help it.
crap, Jill. Yes, I just oh okay. No, all right. Where's Daniel's hot topics? Because you're gonna want to go eat again. Oh dear. Okay, here we go.
There it is. Yeah, that's the stuff.
That looks like a baked cheesecake almost.
Yeah, that's definitely tres leche. Yeah. And when you eat it, it's extremely moist. It's just you never have to
Is
worry
it a
about this
baked
kind of cake.
cheesecake?
No, it's not cheese. It's
No.
milk.
Okay, because it looks
It's
it
cakey.
looks the same consistency as baked cheesecake.
I've never actually had any kind except regular cheesecake, but baked.
Oh, okay. It's so yummy. Baked.
I bet.
And it's got
here we-
mellow
this-
puff. What's on top there?
It's a strawberry.
strawberry.
But, oh, you mean
No.
the whipped cream?
she knows what the strawberry is.
Okay, yeah, I do know what a strawberry
She
is.
does recognize
But,
strawberries.
So I am rapidly losing it, but on the other side of the coin, I just want to get out of. So what did so PvP probably had a few more things he wanted to say about the tariffs.
Oh, yeah, I found it interesting. I mean, I haven't had the time since it only happened yesterday or something. I haven't had
just
the time.
literally hours ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I haven't. I mean, I just saw the headlines, and I usually check out some of the independent media channels on YouTube, and they had some stories about it. And then I always check, Twitter, and there was stuff on there about it. So I realized, something significant had happened. And I guess it was basically from the little bit of information I have at this point is there was a conversation, I guess, on the phone between Trump and Trudeau. And I guess Trudeau basically kind of, I'm guessing probably backed down on some of Trump's demands and said, okay, uncle.
Massaged his ego
Yeah, basically, I think put it politely. And I don't know. I mean, the thing with Trump is, you know what really upsets me the most about the tariffs? It's not the tariffs themselves at all. I really don't care about that because I'm old enough. I've lived through trade wars with the U.S. I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
how many times, right? And
Yeah.
the sky's never fallen. The country's never,
That's right.
ended. You know, so people, what really bugs me is the way a lot. Well, shouldn't say a lot, but I know some Canadians are reacting like like at the what was that the hockey game in Ottawa? They were booing the
They
the
were
American
booing them.
anthem. They were
That's
booing the
just
American anthem,
bad.
and I
That's
am embarrassed. I'm ashamed as a Canadian
Yes.
that my fellow
Yes.
Canadians will behave like
Yes.
petulant children is what came to
Yes.
mind when I heard
Yeah,
about
I agree.
I agree.
and
Pete.
so I think it's the reaction, and what's sad is it's the Liberals and the NDP, government that's is kind of in charge right now is kind of encouraging this behavior. I think indirectly,
It-
they're
yeah.
going Team Canada, Canada first, and there's all the anti U.S. All the anti-Trump rhetoric, and it just saddens me. In fact, I even had a falling out with a channel I've subbed to like for the last 4+ years when I first came on YouTube.
Yeah.
And because I'm one of the only moderators on this guy's channel, right? And it's a music channel. We talk about classic rock, and he does a live stream maybe every 6 weeks or something, right? So I went on there. I went on there on Sunday, right? And I thought they were going to talk about music, and then towards the start, they mentioned, "Oh, we got to talk about the tariffs." So I type in because I have to just type in the side chat, of course, right? So I type in, I just mentioned, I said, I've got a lot of friends in the U.S., American friends who I chat with regularly every week, and we often discuss things like politics. And I just said, people need to realize that this situation with the tariff war is a lot more complicated than it seems to be, and people need to understand that. Well, the first response from there's just the guy with the channel and his buddy. As soon as they put it up on screen, because they always put the comments up on screen and read them, right? As soon as they put up my comment, his buddy goes, "Oh, that's bullshit," and then he starts ripping into my comment, right? And I'm just like, and he's like around my age, like this guy's around 60 something, maybe 70, and I'm thinking, you doofus, educate yourself and learn what's really going on. And I wouldn't be surprised if both of them are Liberal supporters anyway. But that really, I just left. I just left at that point. I thought, screw it. I really don't think I'm ever going to go back and moderate his channel again. It just ticked me off, because it's like if you disagree with me, I don't have a problem with that. I don't mind at all. In fact, I actually kind of
that's
enjoy
fine. Yeah. We can agree to disagree.
Yeah, exactly. Having a back
We've
and
had
forth with people.
disagreements. Yeah.
But when somebody gets rude and crude and nasty, just because I make one comment one time, it's like, okay, this person's probably too stupid to really talk to. That's the feeling I got, right? So
yeah, we don't need to be booing anyone's national anthems. Come on.
It doesn't it makes us look bad.
If they don't even have the mental capacity to be able to accept different points of view, then what good are they? I mean,
Yeah. That's. I always thought, being able to listen to varying viewpoints that you don't necessarily agree with. I always thought that was part of being in a democracy, right? That's what I always believed.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that's what the Liberals have done in 9 years is they've tried to condition, I think, people to fall into the party line. And look what happened to the truckers when they protested.
Hey, Mark,
don't forget,
we were just talking about Clobby. We were raising a beer to Clobby earlier today, my friend.
Hey, Mark D.
Nice.
Oh, is it the anniversary of?
Hello, Mark.
No. We were
No.
just talking about how Rod and I had met, and Gil, and then Clobby came up, and there's barely a stream that we do where we don't mention Gil and or Clobby and Bird of Prey. Like they're always being talked about.
Yeah. Don't forget Pop Culture Curator.
And Pop Culture Curator as well.
Because I used to hang out every week on his channel when he'd do his rumblings from the lab every Saturday night, and yeah, that was
that's
always
great.
fun. Yeah,
They're
on Papa
our
said,
Hey, Mark.
friends. They're just outside of hailing frequencies.
I
Yeah.
like
Mm,
just shifted
yeah.
out of phase. What was that episode on Star Trek Next Generation where was it Riker that was just a little out of phase?
Think. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And he, or was it Geordi?
Everyone
was-
thinks it's a Riker. It's Geordi and Ensign
It was
Rose.
Geordi. It was Geordi.
Yeah,
and Ensign Rowe. That's right.
right. And there's a point in that episode where Data says, "I don't know. Geordi's been my friend, but I don't know how to say goodbye to him." And it's really sweet. It's a really sweet
That's right.
perspective
Mm.
of an android trying to learn how to grieve.
Aw.
Oh,
And I'd like to read this to Rod. Rod, Mark D with the C's talking to you, and he says, "I gotta head off to bed. I got late early. Okay,
It got late early,
It got
but wanted to
late
wish Rod.
early.
Yeah,
but wish
wanted to
one
wish Rod a happy birthday
happy birthday and drink some metric
and
beer.
drink some metric beers.
I got late early. I don't understand what that. Oh, it got late early. Okay,
Mhm.
yes, it did get late early. Yeah,
Actually,
Got late
come to
quick.
think, our beers are metric, actually, aren't they?
they are.
Because they're all in milliliters.
Well, they're
Mark.
measured, but why is it 355 milliliters?
I have no idea.
Because
Yeah.
that's a metric. That's a metric equivalent or an imperial equivalent.
16. To
Ah,
16 plural.
That's
course.
16 ounces. Who
Yeah.
Yes.
Canadian beer manufacturers just decided to make a can 355 milliliters? I don't think so.
Mm,
This is a metric unit that's been converted
yeah.
to milliliters.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
It's 16 ounces. Yeah, you're probably right.
It's
Or
12
how-
ounces.
12 ounces. Yeah.
Well,
12. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 12.
Okay. Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, I really hate to. Sorry, guys. You guys can keep chatting, but like, oh man, I'm really. I've been drifting off the last 5-10 minutes actually.
well,
And yeah, no, thanks for chatting, PvP. I wanted to. Yeah, I wanted to.
yeah. That's nice.
I appreciate your views on the thing. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
You know,
It was nice to connect with you because we haven't chatted in quite some time, actually, Rod, come to think of it. So
yeah, that's right.
I wanted to pop on and wish you a happy birthday and all that. So yeah. And hey,
This
if
is
you're
from
still,
Parrot
are you still driving, Rod? Because if you're still driving, man, like be safe. Like if you're getting drowsy, that's not good, you know.
No,
Oh
he's
no, shit,
sitting
man! I'm
there.
in my.
He's just.
Oh shit, no, man! I've been in my sleeper for like the last 6 hours.
Oh, I thought you said you were in your truck still. The sleeper in the truck. Okay, I got it.
Oh, I'm in.
got
Yeah, I'm in my truck, but I'm
Yep.
not in the. Not. I'm in the sleeper. Like I'm not.
Oh, good.
like.
Oh, good.
I
When
mean,
you
I
first-
finished. Yeah, I finished work like 6 hours. ago.
Oh, good. Because when you said you had the motor running, I got confused for a second there. I guess that I thought you were still
It's
on the
minus
road.
30 outside. I'm not
Yeah,
going to.
Yeah, you don't
Right.
want to. Yeah, you don't want to shut the engine off at that temperature. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
did you see Doomcock's birthday?
Yeah, that was really nice of him
Oh,
too.
that's good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Yeah.
And this is from Parrot Head. Parrot Head sent you those photos, and I
Wow.
believe those are his actual cars on his actual bed.
Well,
Oh,
and
nice.
trucks.
So there you go.
Yeah, that's
Thanks, Parrot Head.
that's a Volvo and a classic Optimus Prime, which was actually the if I remember correctly, Freightliner cab over.
The Freightliner cab over.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Man, I watched Convoy last night with Chris Scott,
Oh,
and
wow.
Ernest
What was that
Borgnine,
like?
and who was the guy Paulie in Rocky? Burt Ward. Man,
Oh,
wow.
what a good movie! It was
How was
just
that?
awesome. It
Does
was
hold
fun.
Does it
It
hold
was
up
a lot of
after all
fun.
this time?
Yeah, no, it was okay. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, Convoy
Oh.
was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. So, well, Rod,
Yeah.
before you leave, here's William Shakespeare Spielberg to say.
Oh, of
Hi.
course.
Hi.
Damn it!
Just in time.
Oh,
Awesome.
just in
Just-
time for me to
just in
leave.
time.
No,
I'll try and hang on for a few more minutes.
I'm down there listening, and I'm going. I gotta get up before I leave. Before it goes. Hey, happy birthday, Rod, man! It's really great to at least catch the very end. I'm sorry, I had stuff.
Thanks, man.
already in progress when the stream came on, and I thought, and given the situation, I had to keep going. I couldn't stop because otherwise I'll the food will go bad, and I'll be past curfew when I can actually do it. There's kind of rules here about when you can do this stuff because it's outside.
Oh, shit.
All this grilling crap, yeah. So I was like, so anyway, hey man, another trip around the sun. It's good to have you here with us, and it's good to at least celebrate a little piece of it with you.
Right on. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's how I felt too. I didn't want to miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. But on Australia Day, I dumped my husband for you guys. I'm like, I can't do that again.
No.
No.
I have a couple friends of mine in Australia. One of them is a ex-pro wrestler, and he lives now. He fell in love with an Australian lass, and then they got married. They had a couple of kids, and then and then somebody hit the wall, and he decided. But they went their separate ways. But he still lives in Australia, down in Oz. And then my nephew also moved down there, and he also fell in love with an Australian lass. And they have their, I think, their second kid coming now, and good for them. And then who else? No, that's all I can think of at the moment. Oh, also interesting thing to say about my buddy, the ex-pro wrestler. He there is a Undertaker 32 years of tombstones.
Wow.
Yeah, and my buddy appears in it actually. And as a matter of fact, and you can tell which one is him. And he was more than happy and honored to be tombstoned by the Undertaker. And you can tell which one is him because the Undertaker didn't even bother to take off his he didn't even bother to take off his coat or hat. And then, again, my buddy, he went by a number of names, and I'm totally blanking on them now. But but you can tell it's him because he's got like a pair of red.
Did you show us the picture one time? Did you show?
I might have.
You might have shown us the picture.
I might have actually. I might have even. As I said, because I said, there's a video of 32 years of, was it 30 or maybe it was 30 years of tombstone pile drivers, and again, like it goes, it was only like about like two and a half minutes, but and my buddy appears about the minute and a half mark, and that's where he, Undertaker didn't even bother taking off his coat and hat, so like, and then it picks my buddy up, and then I'll tombstone pile drives him.
Yeah.
Wow. But if there's a claim to fame, there you go.
Bill is saying happy birthday,
hey,
Rodd
Bill. Hey, how you doing, brother? Yeah.
Hey, Bill.
And anyways, like I said, I'm gonna head on, and and I thank you for all the happy birthday wishes, people, everybody. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And you guys can keep talking, but like I said, I'm about to boo. I've been drifting the last 10 minutes, actually.
Fair enough, Rod. Well, we're gonna keep talking about cake, I think, for a few minutes.
Yeah, no, I'll probably I'll probably listen to it tomorrow morning then.
Okay, well, awesome, Rod. You have a good night, my friend.
Thanks, guys.
Rod,
have a good night, Rod.
I got a question. Rod, you still there?
Oh.
Is he leaving? Rod, I got a question
What's
for
up?
you. Do you have something like an Amazon wish list or something like that?
Not offhand, bro.
I think you can set up can't you set up a wish list on like stuff that your wish list is stuff that you'd like to get, right? And then people can see it. And people can see it, and then they can buy something for you like a gift, and then it sends it to you.
Okay, sure. I'll look. I'll,
Yeah.
I'll look. I'll look it up. You know,
I
or
think
buy
that
my
works
book.
at-
Buy my book. Buy my book.
well, the thing is that the you know, I
Oh,
know
I
you
can
don't
put in your link. Yes.
I don't do you get
Very
much
well.
do you get much do you get much public well I don't want to discuss it on the stream necessarily, but I wanted to get something for you, so I just thought that might be a nice idea because you're in Canada, and I have no idea how to send something to Canada, much less a truck that's on the move all the time. But if you know but something like that I thought is kind of I think these things, I know these things exist, I just have never looked into myself, where you set up a wish list and then people, they don't see your address, so you could just buy something and you don't have to deal with they don't have to deal with it, it just goes to you, it's already set up.
Is Canada
That's right.
Post still on strike?
No, they sorted that out a month
Yeah,
ago.
they sorted the.
After
Yes,
Christmas?
I think
There's
it's
the
been
link right there. Thank you, Jill.
it's been a number of weeks. I can't remember how many weeks it's been, but yeah, I think they settled that a while back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope so. I sent my passport off to get renewed.
It was just. It was about a week before Christmas.
Yeah, I just love it when they do that.
whoa.
Yeah.
And
They
hello,
did that like
part-time
6
planting.
years ago
Yeah,
too,
hello.
just before Christmas. Lovely.
Yeah.
hello, and welcome to you. We're just celebrating
Oh.
Rodd Thunderheart's birthday. He's a
Part-time.
friend of the channel,
going to
so thank
bed.
you, thank you for being here.
Yep. Okay,
All right,
thanks,
Rod.
guys. I'm barely, as I said, I'm barely hanging on here. So thanks. Thanks for everything. And well, as I said, I'll probably listen to the rest of this tomorrow morning. So, well, today.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Sleep
we'll
well.
make fun of you as soon as you leave.
Sleep well.
Yeah.
thanks,
Saving
guys.
all the
Yeah.
good-
You dream of chocolate.
Good night,
All right.
Rod.
Oh,
Have a
that
good one.
reminds me.
See you guys.
We used to talk about drawing
Night.
things on your forehead.
That's right. That's exactly.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, don't let anyone draw stuff on your forehead tonight.
That's
Yeah.
one of the doors are locked.
No, that's
If they
good.
do, don't let them take pictures.
Right. That's right.
Oh, yeah. That's where my doors are locked.
And-
my
Oh, hey,
goodness.
hello, Sly
Wow.
Night.
What are you
Hello
doing
and
to
welcome.
us?
And yeah, thanks.
What?
Well,
Wow.
here's a
hello.
selection of birthday cakes, and some of these.
Wow.
All right, I'm gonna read from top left.
Are they on
I've
our
got to
wish
go.
list?
Sorry, guys. But yeah, thanks for everything.
Bye.
Take care, all.
Happy
See you.
birthday.
Good night,
Dream.
Rod.
All right.
Thanks.
Talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys. Thanks,
Bye.
Jill,
Oh, my-
Carla, PvP, and William. See you guys.
See you,
And
Rod.
Spidey.
See ya.
Good night.
See ya.
Good night, my
night.
friend. Wow, I had
Then
no
the
idea.
Yeah.
There are like 30 different kinds of cakes, and
Okay.
most of them we could name.
Can you
Choc-
zoom in on them at all or not? Control
That
scroll. I don't know.
I can go
Yeah,
like
that's a little bit
that.
bigger.
That's a little bit big. That's as big
Mhm.
as I can, but I'll read them for you from the
Okay.
top left is a chocolate cake, and
Mm.
then vanilla cake, red velvet cake, which
Yeah.
that's an a South American, like Southern American states thing.
Really?
Red velvet cake is so good.
Oh.
And
I'm
then
not the biggest fan.
no,
Cream
well,
cheese
it's-
icing.
the red doesn't actually add a flavor; it's just a coloring, isn't it?
No, it is a slight flavor as well.
Yeah.
But there is
Just
a
very,
flavor.
but I couldn't name the flavor, but it
Yeah.
is a sort of
And then there's carrot cake next to and I like carrot cake. That's good.
mhm.
Yeah, I love carrot cake. If you got
Yeah.
a really good carrot cake, it really
Yep.
is awesome.
And then lemon cake, and then
Hey,
strawberry
where's lemon
cake.
pie?
He was here.
Lemon pie.
We got strawberry cake, and then what I said my favorite was black forest cake,
Yeah,
And-
that is
and
a
then we
good
have
one.
mocha. Mocha cake is a
Oh,
flavor.
oh
and then
we call it coffee cake. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, okay.
Mm.
And back to the second line down on the left is angel food cake, and then
What is that?
pound
What
cake.
is angel food cake?
It falls in the oven if you make the slightest vibration. Apparently,
Oh.
it's a '70s thing, isn't it, William?
What?
Just one, the pound cake.
No, the angel food cake.
Oh, I don't know when that was made. I mean,
Are you
that's got to be
saying
pretty
it's-
old.
Are you saying it's jiggly?
No, no, but during the it's not.
No,
It's
that's what happens when you eat the cake. You become
a proper
jiggly.
cake, but it's full of air, isn't it? PvP.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Yeah.
say, my mom used to make it, I think, back in the 60s and 70s, and you have to have a special pan. It's like it's like a metal pan, and it's got like a big thing in the center. If you notice, there's
Center.
a
A
Tower.
there's a
ring.
hole
It's like a ring
in the
cake.
center. Yeah, it's like a ring kind of, but it's very low. If I remember, I haven't eaten G-Angel food in like decades, but I think it was if I remember, a very light
It is.
cake, and it
I
does have a
think-
lot of air.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you really don't want to. You don't want to open the oven door until it's stuck.
No.
I'm wondering if it's like what we call, it's called a cornflower sponge, and basically you
Hmm.
just whip up egg whites, like you know how you whip them almost like a pavlova, like meringue type whip, and then you add and sugar. So it's egg white and sugar, and then you just add cornflower, just a little bit of cornflour, and basically that's it. It's so like light.
Yeah, that's it.
Mhm.
This is so light that it would squish
Yeah.
down and almost
Yeah, I
nothing.
make that. I can. Yeah.
And then
It
so
is
the
hard.
opposite to it, I guess, would be the very heavy and dense pound
Pound.
cake, which is
I
next to
love
it.
pound cake.
Ah.
That's
And
it.
then we have also very dense cake is a coffee toffee cake.
Oh, what's
I love
that?
It's a coffee toffee cake. It's
Ah,
coffee cake
wow.
with the toffee. It's very dense
One
and
has a
heavy.
bit of caramel in it or something. Maybe it has
I love
bits
anything
of
with caramel.
caramel to it.
And then next to that is
I've had,
tiramisu.
I've had the
Oh,
coffee
I
cakes
love tiramisu.
Sorry,
before.
Joe.
I've had coffee cakes before. They often have them at like when you have like a fancy dinner or some kind of
Yeah,
event
okay.
thing,
Yep.
but not toffee. There was no toffee. But I've never had tiramisu.
You've never had
Oh, it's so
tiramisu? It's nice.
yummy.
It's delicious.
Yeah, you got to try it, Jill.
Yeah.
I had one in Melbourne at
Yeah.
in the top of what's the Sofitel Hotel.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
The 40
Okay.
the
We stay
45th
in the
floor. There's a
Sofitel.
restaurant.
Yeah.
And then next to that is apple cake. What's
Uh-huh.
it? Okay, yeah. And then beer cake. I don't know what beer
Oh.
cake is. PvP,
It's-
you seem like
Excuse
the
me,
guy.
but that just looks like an
I-
apple pie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does
Apple
look like
cake
an
is
apple pie,
It looks like an apple pie, but apple cake is a thing, and it's
isn't it?
Oh, I
Isn't it?
make apple cake actually. I've made apple cake.
yeah. They put the wrong picture in, didn't they?
So I'm guessing
Yeah,
there's
they did,
apples.
yeah.
There's apples in it. I'm guessing.
I think so.
Hopefully,
Wow.
beer cake. I've never heard of beer cake. Sorry, Spidey. I am no help on beer cake. I didn't even know something like that exists.
Hi, Slime.
What are you talking about? It's beer and cake.
Yeah, but I have never
Simple.
I've never heard of beer cake ever in my entire life.
Neither have I
course.
PvP unless you made a cake that just looks like a beer.
Or you
you
put
eat
beer
the
in the
cake.
cake.
You eat the cake and you down it with beer.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Ooh.
You probably
Yeah.
put beer in the cake at some point, right?
Yeah.
Hi,
I'd
Slime.
say
First
so.
Right.
recipe that came up says it's made with cake mix, pudding mix, eggs, oil, and beer.
Yeah.
It sounds a bit disgusting, actually, because I mean, I'm not a huge beer fan anyway. So I don't know. Shouldn't a cake be sweet? And I don't think of beer as tasting sweet. So it seems a bit strange. I don't know.
Yeah. I've had chocolate beers before, and they were a bit sweet. Or you get a
What?
stout,
Oh.
I guess, like a.
What's
Yeah.
a chocolate beer? What's a
Chocolate
chocolate
goes
beer?
good with beer. Chocolate goes good
It
with
does.
beer. It really does. And it
But
goes good
chocolate
with
goes
wine,
with
red wine
anything,
too.
though.
And beer
Does
is eating too. So there you have it.
Does anyone know the answer to Sashi's question? Was the color from red velvet cakes made from bugs originally?
Probably.
Ladybug.
Yeah, I remember reading years ago. I mean, I have no idea how accurate this is, but there was a food coloring. I think it was a red food coloring dye that was, I think, originally for years made from insects, I doubt they still do that, but I think I read somewhere something about that. But
I think I read that as well. And Old Man Bird says cauldron cake for you, Harry Potter's fans, not to be confused with Skull of Calderon cake.
oh jeez.
There you go.
So so the beer cake, and after that is coconut cake, and then ombre cake. What the heck is ombre cake?
Is that the cake you have when you're a bad hombre?
I've never heard of it. Has
I've never
anyone
heard of it either. No, I know nothing about ombre cake.
Okay, recipes for ombre cake.
It says it's French, but I don't know.
Oh,
Ombre
it says that-
sheet cake. Huh. Go ahead, Jill.
Yes, it just has to do with the color of the cake, really. It just goes from one color to another, but I don't know. Dark to, I guess, layered.
Yeah, I'm on the Martha Stewart homepage, and she says the ombre sheet cake. Yeah, with streaks of buttercream frosting tinted with plant-based food dyes, look like paintbrush strokes in this striking cake. Okay, so that's an ombre cake, according to Martha Stewart, and I'm guessing she would know. Okay, so now down to the third line.
Wait. Here's another translation for your ombre cake.
Oh yeah,
it says derived from the French verb ombrer. Ombre translates to shadow and shading, and it says it's a technique that gives the appearance of one color hue fading into the next from dark to light.
Like a gradient.
From the French.
Of course. Mais oui. But of course. and so down on the third line over to the left, it's got chocolate cake, but that looks like a white. Like, I don't want to be racist, but that chocolate cake is looking pretty friggin' white to me.
Yeah, where's the chocolate in that chocolate cake?
Because chocolate cake is up the top. That's a cheesecake. It's a mist.
Yeah.
It's a typo. Chocolate cake is the very first one.
Could it be
supposed to be cheesecake?
Could it possibly be white chocolate?
Oh yeah.
No, it's
It
cheesecake.
looks like cheesecake.
It's
cheesecake.
cheesecake.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a typo.
I agree.
It's cheesecake. And next to that is marble cake. And actually, cheesecake
strawberry
is my favorite. I love cheesecake. Next to Black Forest cake. Then marble cake. I don't know anyone who really likes marble cake. I mean, let's sit on the fence, why don't you? Pick one or the other. No one likes marble cake.
I make a cake, and it's called marble cake, but it doesn't look like that. It's more like you make a cake batter, which is plain, and then you divide it into 3, and you leave one plain, and you add some like red food coloring to make it pink, and you add some like, I don't know, green food coloring to make it one green, and you put spoons of it scattered all over the place, so you come out with a marble cake.
Okay.
Sometimes it's called rainbow cake as well.
Ooh, Parrot Head is sending me cake. Are you sending me cake information? That's awesome. Oh, and Sashi is feeling upset because there's no Asian streamed cakes on the list. Well, we're not done the list yet.
On that list.
We're not done the list yet, Sashi. Hang on.
What is that called? EnglishAnn.com. What's that?
So after the marble cake is the rainbow cake. And that was a thing before the gays were here. That was a 70s thing.
Rainbows belong to everybody.
They do.
Yeah.
Oreo cake, which is good.
I make an Oreo cheesecake.
And then, Oreo cheesecake, yeah. And then a banana cake, which I don't think I've ever had a banana cake.
What? You must have. In Australia, you must have had banana cake. You just make it with it's a cake with some mashed up bananas because the bananas have gone old.
Yeah, well, I gathered. Yeah, okay. And then next to it is fruit cake, which no one really likes.
That's Disney. Disney has all the fruit cake.
And then next to
We'll
fruitcake is
keep the rainbows. They can have the fruitcake.
Yeah.
and then there's a confetti cake. Okay, I do remember
What?
confetti cake.
Wow.
Yeah, lots of
Confetti
sprinkles.
cake.
And then a Swiss roll cake, which I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I'm not a fan of the Swiss roll. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's pretty popular though.
Now I've never heard of the watermelon cake, and I doubt there's real
No.
watermelon in it.
Oh no, I made a watermelon cake one time for someone.
Wow.
I got a watermelon because he's allergic to everything under the sun. So one time I saw a watermelon cut in the shape of a cake, and I'm like, I'm gonna make Steve a watermelon cake. So I made him a watermelon cake.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's just
And then-
watermelon
Oh,
cut
that's
in
really
the shape of a
resourceful.
cake.
Makes sense. And then a chiffon. I've never had a chiffon cake, but it says a
Never
chiffon.
heard of a chiffon cake. I thought it was
think it game's a
material.
70s thing. I don't know.
Mm.
Then an almond cake and a hazelnut cake. Rocky Road, yeah, okay. And pistachio cake and a unicorn cake, which unicorn, that's not a type of cake. That's a shape of a
No,
cake.
it's not. But you can just it's just the shape. But you can imagine all the cakes that are not on this list could be inside that unicorn cake.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't. Unless it's made with real unicorns, I don't think it should be on the list because it's just a shape. It's not an actual type of cake.
Yeah. Maybe it's a symbolic of all the cakes that the mums made out of chicken.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know if there's any missing from that list. That was a pretty extensive list. Is there any cakes missing from?
We
What I
didn't
picked
ask
wasn't
William
there.
Shakespeare what cake he'd have, did we? Maybe he had a bear
Oh,
cake.
no, we didn't. That's right.
He might
We-
be away at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you
Eating
know what
his
we
grilled
did?
Food.
What are those? A Christmas
Yeah.
cake. Those round cakes with the white frosting on top.
Chocolate
And
pudding? The pudding? Chocolate pudding?
it's a pudding. Yeah, chocolate pudding
Mm.
cake. Yeah, that wasn't on that list. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was fruit cake. It's a fruit cake, basically.
Well, I guess it's not. I guess I'm thinking of a plum pudding.
Yeah, yeah.
Lemon meringue cake is not chocolate.
Uh-huh. We call it really meringue pie here.
Hmm.
I can make those. I make those in little pastry you know, you can buy pre-made pastry cases, and so I just put lemon meringue, like the lemon filling in the pastry case, and then a little bit of the meringue on top.
Old man bird lard never sounds terrible to me. My great grandmother used to cook in it with it all the
That's-
time.
Okay, Parrothead sent me about the flavor of a red velvet cake, and here it is. It says, "What's the difference between red velvet cake and normal cake, and what does it taste like?" The origin is there's a chemical reaction between the cocoa and the acid that give the cake its red color.
Mm-hmm.
And it started in World War II, where baking products were rationed, which led some of the cooks to use beet juice to make red velvet cake, and so that's where some of the flavor comes from.
Oh.
Ah.
From
Yeah, it
red
does have a
beet juice, of course. And then he sent me another picture of beer cake. Okay, here's beer cake. Oh my goodness!
This is gonna be
Delicious
like the
beer
lumberjack cake.
No, it's made with cake mix, pudding mix, eggs, oil, and of course beer.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
Oh, there is a reference to the bugs for red velvet. I put it in the chat.
okay.
Oh.
It's not too
William-
far back.
William Shakespeare. We were Spidey was asking everyone what would your favorite cake be? What?
Yeah. What if you had your birthday cake and no price was no object? What would you choose for your birthday cake if you had the best baker?
I could give you an answer, but I'd have to request I have to apologize to Carla and Jill in advance for what I'm about to say.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Do we block our ears?
Sashi
Block out
demands,
It's fine. You have immunity.
demands Asian representation. Well, tiramisu certainly sounds like an Asian word to me. So
Mhm.
that sounds Asian, Sashi. Tiramisu. Surely.
It's just
that sounds
basically
Asian.
sponge. It's sponge with coffee
Yeah.
sprinkled in it and coffee icing. It's yummy.
Okay, so Parrot Head has sent me something, and I'll share an image of
Wait.
beer cake, and it is actually made with beer, PvP. There we go.
But William Shakespeare never answered his question.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, William.
All right. Okay,
Yeah.
here it is. Okay.
He didn't.
My favorite birthday cake, if price was no object, and I could have the finest baker in the land, it would be a very, very, very tall German chocolate cake, almost as tall as me. And inside the German chocolate cake
Okay.
would jump out a beautiful 5'2" Asian girl in her birthday suit.
Perfect. Okay. Yes.
You asked for. That's my favorite. You asked.
Oh,
yeah,
gosh.
that is an acceptable answer. We are not monetized, so we can say whatever the fuck we want on this channel, folks. And here we
I don't think
go.
anybody's thought to have people in their cake in this live stream. That's good. try.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
All right.
I never thought of that.
Okay, I just found an Asian cake. Holy shit. Okay. Oh my goodness. No, this is
Is
good.
it-
You're gonna like this.
They
look
have
at this.
cake restaurants in New Zealand. They have like cake restaurants. It's like really weird.
How's that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. It looks like there's some kiwi fruit in that. There's kiwi fruit in that cake.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what the green is.
It's oh yeah, no, it is. You're right. Yeah.
Lemon. It looks like lemon, orange, and strawberries.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, okay. And here's oh man, okay. Well, I just found another one. This is gorgeous
I don't
one.
know why people make cakes that big though. Like you can't eat a cake that high.
Yeah, I don't.
It's so
mm.
gross.
You know what I've always been impressed with?
It's always a
is,
nightmare to serve.
What's that?
Yeah, and wedding cakes. Wedding cakes are so impressive. You know, they just, and you watch people making them, or bakers making them, and it's just such an ordeal. It's an art as well.
Mm.
Like this thing.
There's-
This thing is amazing. Whatever it is.
Yeah, this is a it looks like a Japanese cherry blossom cake.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, the sakura. Those are the cherry blossoms, the flowers, the
Is
sakura.
that pistachio cream or something like that?
This is just a photo. Yeah, it kind of does. It's
Looks
got that
like healthy.
tint, doesn't it? Good
Mm.
eye. But I mean, look at all those fancy kanji characters down at
Yeah,
on the
that's
bottom
very
layer.
cool.
Like
That's nice.
that
And
is.
look at the one on top.
crazy.
Look at the chocolate one they've got on top. That's impressive.
Yep, you're right. And he just needs 30 more subscribers. Who just needs 30? Oh,
Who?
to get monetized. They're never gonna monetize me after all the
No.
shit I say. Old man bird.
You have to do this education camp.
It
That's
would
right.
be fun
Yeah,
for
they'll
you to
send me
try,
to the.
though.
I maybe Jill. Yeah, I'll have to do the training that Jordan Peterson is being sent to. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
You change your mind, Spidey. Eugene and I will make the 30 bots to make it happen.
That's awesome.
We'll get you there. We'll get you there by Wednesday.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Berry chantilly cake has fruit and icing inside. See, that sounds pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
And yeah, Jill, do you mind reading this?
No, not at all. Sashi says, we have a pandan steamed sponge cake here. Pandan is a leaf used as flavoring and an aromatic.
Mm.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know what pandan smells like or it even looks like.
It's made with real pandas.
What?
Yeah, that's plural. It's plural for pandas.
It says it's a kind of spoon.
Okay. I guess. And all right. Here's a nice Asian one.
Wow.
Oh,
is
that
nice.
is nice. Gosh.
Yeah,
Nobody
there's
listens
some
to
Asian. There's some Asian.
make-
not
make-
native pandas. No.
Just make that 5 feet tall. Little bit bigger,
Put a
just a
chick in
little
it.
bit bigger. Put a
That's
chicken
what I
in.
thought too. Slice Nine. Scotty would like that because of the implication. Yes, he would love this conversation.
That's right. Yeah, so that's a gorgeous crane cake, I think, eh? That
and
is
gold
beautiful.
and gold icing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So, yeah, I don't know what's. Yeah, I think so. So, yeah, I like that, William. That's the whole Asian cake. Although I like your Asian cake better. Yeah.
Mine's the
But
best.
that
I got to stream tomorrow. I better sleep for like an hour or something. So
Oh.
I'll see you guys later.
Yep.
I gotta
coming.
leave
Right,
abruptly.
Jill.
Good night, Jill.
Bye.
Good night, Jill.
Bye.
Have
Bye.
fun.
Did
Yeah.
she say an hour or something?
Yeah, she did. An
Yeah.
hour.
Well, actually, you know what, folks? It is. Yeah, it's 1 a.m. here. I do have to work in about 8 hours from now, so
Yeah,
I
cool.
better.
You have to say
And
for
it's gonna be
Greece now.
cold. I gotta work outdoors.
Oh,
Wow.
that doesn't sound like
Wow.
fun. It's been
Have a
cold
picture
the
of
last
Greece
week.
in your wallet.
Oh.
Like instead of a chick, put a picture of Greece in your wallet and remind yourself why you're working.
That's you know what?
There you
That's
go.
absolutely right. I headed to go to Greece, but you know what? We it's in this temperature. They don't expect you to get much done, so we spend most of the time in the truck warming up. Pandan is a
That's an
green leaf.
awesome
It's like
job.
grass. I have seen it.
Huh.
It also is a natural green food dye. Okay, yeah, pandan. And I've heard of the pandanus, which kind of is spelled like panda anus, but it's pandanus, and it's not the same at all.
And I'm sure it tastes much better.
Much better. On that note,
Oh,
Carla. Oh, she said this could happen. She did say that.
Oh,
Oh,
internet.
what? Oh,
Oh,
okay.
jeez.
Oh,
Yeah.
she drop off. She internet problem.
Yeah. No, it was an alarm on her phone, and if it went off, she would lose connection, but then she would reset the alarm and come back on.
Oh,
I don't-
yeah.
Her husband
I
is
know.
are probably limiting her time on the internet and setting an alarm.
I have that problem on iPhone. If I when the alarm, I have various alarms that I have set throughout the day for all kinds of things, and sometimes when one of them goes off, a certain app that I'm in just logs me out. It's annoying.
Nope, there she is. Okay, good night,
yeah.
Jill. We're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
And yeah, good night, Sashi. Great to have you here. And hey, your first time here. I hope you
What are
come
you
back.
doing to us?
Line-eyed.
I'm
We
feeling
do
I'm getting motion sickness.
I do bonfire streams, and we usually have most of these people that are right here with us on there. And I do a Thursday night travel talk, so join us for that too.
Oh, William Shakespeare liked your trivia.
I'm sorry.
You liked the trivia, didn't you?
Oh yeah, that's right. We were talking about that. Yeah, that trivia
Oh,
was
yeah.
really neat. I didn't realize you were doing that when I came on the other night, and that was really cool.
I
was hoping
enjoyed.
you could do another one if you must have enough
Yeah.
pictures to do another one, right?
Well,
That's
yeah,
really
those are
neat.
fun because some of the pictures you have no idea where the
Yeah.
hell that,
Yeah.
and they're on the other side of the planet. So that was a lot of fun. It just I got to go through all the photos and pick different because I picked them from 6 different continents, and I'll try and get all 6 different continents again. But I was looking online on Amazon today, speaking of Amazon, and I was looking at photos because I have photo albums behind me of my trip to Italy and France and Switzerland and England and Germany. But that's all like physical photos.
Mm.
But this machine you can get scans them all in, and then you can put them online. So,
Wow.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
That is
Um,
cool.
Yeah, Italy is definitely one I'd like to do. My sister's going to Rome for her 50th here in the
Wow.
spring.
Wow.
Wow,
Cool.
good job.
I'd love to go.
I was
Yeah,
going to
I'd
come to
go back.
Texas in July, and then I saw the temperatures. I'm like, I had to tell Sean, I think I'll come in September. I'm not.
Yeah,
not
it's gonna
going
be
to
hot
Texas
in July.
July.
Yeah, it's gonna be insane.
My brother can just have a
Okay.
belated
It's a
birthday.
smaller ass than me.
Try December or something, maybe, Carla. The other thing too, Spidey, is that you have so many pictures that even on that last one, I recognized half of them. I couldn't remember where the hell they were
Where they were from. That's right.
because
You'd
you're
seen
all
them,
over the
but
place. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It's really neat.
oh yeah. Well, sometimes it's challenging for me because most of them I get right. Most of
Yeah,
them I can
you were
be right,
there.
but there's a few like, was that Guatemala or was that Honduras? It's hard, and I
Yeah.
want to make sure I get it right. So
I wanna know Little Corn Island and go, that's Little Corn Island.
Little Corn Island, Nicaragua. Yep, I love Little Corn Island. It is probably one of my very favorite islands in all the world.
Now, Messiah, hi. We're just
Yeah.
about to go, but hi.
Oh yeah, we are.
Snail is here.
Yeah, no, I loved Little Corn
Mm.
Island. Absolutely.
I just couldn't do that because it's so small. Like, I would have to walk around the island and around the island and around just to do it.
No, I mean it's not that. You would struggle to walk it in the whole island in a day. You'd struggle to walk it in a
I'd
day.
have to do that because I couldn't handle.
But we did. We went diagonally across like 5 or 6 kilometers to the other beach. That was fantastic.
Okay.
And good morning,
Okay.
Snail Messiah. Good to see you.
Yeah. Hi.
No, Little Corn Island off the eastern coast of Nicaragua was just unbelievable. Yeah. No, I really enjoyed doing that, and no, I'm glad it got a positive response. So
You should just have an underwater segment.
Oh wow!
I
You had
could.
every time.
I don't know. I couldn't tell the difference between. I can't.
Where the hell? Where are we? You should hook up all the audience to electroshock. If we get the answer wrong, we get shot. There we go.
That's right.
Oh boy.
Here we go. All right, Jill. All right, Jill. Here we go, Carla. All right, here's Little Corn Island.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello. Light.
No, I'll pull it up. There it is. Right there. Ooh. Oh man, yeah. No, this is why I need to work to make money so that I can go to places like this. And it's not it's not hard to get to. It's not scary at all. They speak English. Everyone's friendly there. Here it is, right here, folks.
You haven't been there though, have you?
I have been. Oh, Little Corn Island, yeah.
Oh.
I have, yeah.
Oh.
I spent a lot of time in Little Corn Island.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. Carla's favorite, ocean into the rocks. Oh.
Where is this in Greece?
No.
No, Nicaragua.
Oh, Nicaragua.
This is Little Corn Island, is it?
Yeah, off in the Caribbean, on the Caribbean side of Nicaragua. Yeah.
I'm determined to walk all the way down my coast where we live on the east coast on the shore. You can just walk around it'll take me a few months, but like start at the top and work my way down around the coast. Radio aerial. Yeah,
there was a radio tower for communication right in the center because in the hike, we were hiking, and we hiked
okay, so it is a bit bigger than I thought.
Right through all that. Yeah.
Look at that! It just looks like a holiday, doesn't it? It's like a postcard.
I assure you. Yeah. Yeah, and there's that. See, that's that's one half of the island, and
are there any much wildlife there?
Look at what he's standing on for construction. Like,
nice.
Come on, dude.
OSHA compliant.
Come on, dude. Like PvP, how this happens in British Columbia, believe it or not. This happens on construction sites right here. Although you're not in bare feet.
Yeah, and that looks a little unstable. Like he should put the barrel like a little closer to the middle of the board
You'd
instead of.
think.
Yeah.
He just needs to just take half a step to the left, and he's
That's
on
right.
his butt, right? So yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
yeah, that does
There's
not look
Little
work
Corn
safe.
Island.
Work
Hmm.
safe BC would frown on that, I'm sure.
They would. Yeah. There.
Oh,
Wow.
There
look
it
at
is.
that. Look at that.
Gosh, that's
So
nice.
gorgeous.
No one. We didn't see anybody.
Gosh.
What's the difference in the tide there? Like how many meters would high tide be?
Not much. Yeah, maybe 2 meters.
Oh no! Oh wow!
Not much. 6 feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not much. No, it's
at
it's
that.
stalling out on me. That's okay. But anyway, folks, we're gonna end that there. There's Little Corn Island to end
Dark
on.
of Irons here.
And hello.
Everyone's coming
Dark
and
of
we're
Irons.
going.
Why, hello
And
there.
Snail Messiah, why are you not blue? You are definitely well known here, so I will turn you blue.
Yeah.
No obligations required for that. And
Except for taking out the trash on Tuesdays.
yeah. That's on Tuesdays. That's right. That'll be the day.
And the
So
day
thanks for
after,
being
we
here
do the
to
holiday.
celebrate
That's right.
Rodd Thunderheart's birthday, everybody.
Yeah. Special guy.
And oh yes, Rodd just left, Tony, and it looks like Tony just ended his stream as well.
Oh wow.
Fantastic, man! That was a long stream. You had like 8 hours at least. Yeah, but it is late here. It is past 1 a.m, and
Yep.
Rodd has gone to bed. So, and we celebrated his birthday in style.
Mhm.
And we
It was nice.
had a look at a lot of
Now we-
cake.
now
Do
we
we
can
look
go
at
to bed
54
thinking-
cakes? Do you think we looked at 54 cakes?
54 cakes.
Yeah. Because he's
For-
54.
Yeah, I know. That's a lot of cake.
Yeah. Well,
Well, if
maybe
you're
we
going to talk
did.
cake,
We did a lot.
it makes sense to
We
talk
could
it
make
on
one
the-
cake in the one cake in the shape of a 5 and one on the 4, but yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, Tony. 8 hours and a
That's cool.
30 folks. I mean, that's fantastic.
Wow.
Mm.
It's
Oh
a
yeah, no,
marathon.
that's you're always good. No,
What do now?
yep, that's right. Well, thanks for coming and celebrating Rodd's birthday, and I think he's probably gonna have a nice, warm, happy night in the truck there. So 54, yeah, good for him. Thanks for being here, everybody. And you know what? Let's just before we go, I do like to play a little bit of Cardinal Sin's Rock and Roll.
Ah.
Yeah, that's a good way to end it right there, Gil. Yeah. Oh shit. Sorry. I hope Jill is still seeing this. I hope she saw that. Yeah. But anyway, thanks for being here, everybody. Oh, fantastic, Tony. Good. Good night to you. And yes, Parrot Head. If the women don't find you handsome, at least they should find you handy. That is a quote from our dear friend, Red Green. Steve Smith was his real name. Yep, to Gil. All right, on that, we'll end it. Thanks, folks. Happy birthday, Rodd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday. Good night, guys.
Happy birthday, Rodd.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.